You've activated nuclear launch sequence. Good job, Chuck.
Oh, God.
Dun dun dun.
It's okay. We haven't turned our keys at the same time, so it's all right.
Yeah, our keys were off.
Yeah.
We're live, though.
Yeah, it's really hard to coordinate it with the lag on Zoom and everything. It's like,
It's rough.
Nope.
Get them next time.
The Russians will obliterate us by this time.
Yeah, I think so. I
All right.
would like to point out for those of you watching this that we have stickers now. You're free to use them. Just hover over the screen on Twitch and slap some stickers on the screen. They'll just go in random ass places. You can also we got Jiffy. So now you can put reaction GIFs on the screen. Jiffy, Piffy.
GIFs?
Yeah, HIFs.
Peanut butter.
Skippy.
Ifs. It's actually a silent G. Everyone's been all wrong.
Silent E is a ninja.
Yeah.
Ifs.
Animated ifs.
Where's the pop-out button?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Chat. I always forget to open chat. So I'm going to do that this
son
time.
of a biscuit eater.
Yes, I should. All right. Welcome back, everybody. We are back here on DOK playing some Heart. This will be our fourth session. Let's see, a quick recap, and then we'll go into character introductions and get started. Last time, you guys traveled from Ravnus and made your way to the Redcap Grove. Along the way, fought some things, fought some boar. Chuck ate one of them, got poisoned very badly.
Yes. I regret nothing.
Infected, one might say.
Yeah. You learned about the infection that's been spreading around the heart called the Ember Rot. Definitely not because I've been playing too much Elden Ring. And yeah, you made it to the Redcap Grove. There's kind of two havens in this landmark. There's one which is like a druid camp, which Dan is exiled from for getting a bunch of people killed a few years ago, apparently.
The orphanage had it coming.
Yeah.
It did.
You know. They were pretty low on the priorities. And then the other was the pharmacy, which you guys were going to take interest on this time. Currently, you are recuperating in Emers's house, who did some impromptu surgery on Chuck to get his poisonous mushroom thing out of his stomach, as well as all of the other things that he's been eating lately. And yeah, so we pick it up. Right. There's a lot of odd stuff in there. But yeah, we're picking up still in the druid camp in Emers's house. You guys had just healed. I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to do anything else here before making your way over to the pharmacy, which Dan had got a bit of info saying that they're looking for people to set up a connection between another landmark trade route. And I guess we'll go around and do character introductions as well. So I'm just going to do it in Zoom order here. Start with you, Chuck.
What? Oh, that's me. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone. I'm Chuck, and I am actively trying to remember the voice. I think it was way down here. It has a lot of bravado to it. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm Zoro, the Face Fister, and I fist faces and eat shit.
But do you mean a general euphemism of things, or do you mean actual?
Yes.
That's
First one, and
Both
then the
interpretations
other, and then maybe in the reverse
are
order.
correct. Yep.
When I was a small knoll hound or cleaver puppy, whenever I would go out in the backyard, my mother would always put the basket muzzle on me because I wouldn't stop eating the turds.
Some backstory we didn't need. John. Who are you playing?
Me? I'm Sir Galvin, the Vermisian Knight. I stride around and I kind of am like a little bit of a space marine almost, but steampunk. But he feels tremendous guilt. He accidentally got a bunch of people killed years ago. He's just trying to make penance for that ever since. And he is a bit of a tank. Yeah.
It's probably that bridge that collapsed on the orphanage.
Yeah. That's how I met Dan or Theo.
They just blamed me for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the first face they saw.
That works.
All right. April.
Hello, I'm April. I'm playing Genevieve. She is a drow junk mage who her favorite thing in the world is getting into a fight, but not actually ending them.
Well, you hang out with me.
Plenty of those.
Yep. Her best friends are all.
Uh-huh. You piss them off, I beat them down.
Just throw a mug of meat in their face. Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah. Then Daniel.
Everybody, Dan, and by way of selection, I'm playing the superior hound.
By default.
By default. I shoot things.
Yes.
And apparently destroy orphanages. Sometimes.
Yeah,
Just
it's a side gig.
Just a little.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be a DOK game without a few orphanages being destroyed.
True.
Right.
At least 3.
And then last but not least, Jake.
I'll be playing Devoran, who is a retired engineer. Well, I say retired engineer. He didn't finish engineering school. He was kicked out because he took a strong liking to bees and tried to introduce bees to his fellow students. That went poorly. He has since grown more and more infatuated with bees. He has, in fact, a queen bee living inside of him, as he is a deep apiarist. And so, time to spread the love of the hive to all, one way or another.
Yes. Kicked out, alternate graduation. They're, depends on how you look at it.
He's learned how to do things with the help of others. He works well with teams, just not people teams.
Right. All right. And then with that, we rejoin back with our group. So you're still in Emerson's hut. You've had about a day to recoup. So Chuck, you're feeling back at it now that you had the anesthetic for your surgery that completely did not work. She vastly underestimated how much you would need.
I'm alive.
But it's okay, you didn't die.
So I can't say she did a bad job. But fuck, that hurt.
Almost died, but
I'd like to think, since the stitches are still fresh, I'm still wearing my cone.
Yeah, you gotta wear it at least through the healing process, while the itching happens.
Yeah.
Nah, they've got a donut.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a cone, because then I can pour booze in it and just drink myself out. It's do or die,
that's like
drink or drown.
fastens it's got like some wiry, it's not like a big plastic one, so you can still see through it maybe, but
Okay.
Just fill them up.
Just fill them up.
All right. So I don't know if there was anything you guys needed from her, or if anything else you guys wanted to do in the Druid camp, but you could head just straight over to the pharmacy. You were told that there's a man there named Hadel that is looking for a group to help secure a connection between the pharmacy and Grip Station. You know that it's probably they're going to be working with the Vermisian Order to do that, and Vermisian people usually aren't into pharmacy, drug trade, all that type of stuff, but sometimes they'll set up a toll road here and there and not directly involve themselves on the people that are using it. I think there's quite a few of your guys' interests that align with wanting that to go through, though.
I'll do it.
So,
Absolutely.
All right. And then it's still within the same landmark, so it's just kind of like on the other side. This grove you're in is kind of cut back from the forest, so there's a big opening where the camp is. You can kind of see like on the opposite side, there's the fence that surrounds the pharmacy. So as you guys walk through the clearing, Dan, I'm going to need you to make me a, let's see. What's the right? Sneak, Haven, or Wild.
Standard or?
Standard.
I don't think I have any of these skills. Oh no, I have Haven. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nope.
Ooh.
Not so thumbs up.
All right. So you're just going to take, roll that die as a D4 stress. You're going to take that as fortune.
Oh no.
Just as
See
you're
if I can
making your
get
way
exiled
outside.
from another town.
You can do it.
Oh,
I believe in you.
Oh, did you have a bunch of fortune already?
I sure did.
All right. I guess we're doing Fallout right off the bat. I was running as fortune because this is basically you getting like punished for not being allowed in the town, but you're still there.
They really hate me now.
Okay, minor fortune fallout. And the good thing too about you, like you're exiled, it's a major, but it's really only for this one haven. Like if you're never going to come back to this Druid Grove, then
I
not
can
bad
survive this
deal.
one.
I think we should set up a base here and just operate out.
I think we want to settle down.
Poor Theo.
Okay. Separated. I don't know what that
Oh
is.
gosh.
You think you hear something, but when you turn to tell your allies, they're fucking gone. You gotta track them down or hope that they find you.
I'm like, let's get away from this fucking loser.
All right. So I definitely think the way that this plays out is, Dan, you know that you kind of have to slink through the shadows of town or whatever. You're about to be caught, and then you kind of dodge into an alleyway. But because you're trying to trail behind, not everyone sees that you didn't, that you're not keeping pace, and that you have to, avoid eyes for a little bit. So as you're hiding, the rest of the party moves on without you.
I assume I'm like
still
creeping through the
stuck in
alley.
the town.
The alley's in a cardboard box.
You are.
Yeah.
It's a mushroom cabin.
Cool.
Little flap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'll never expect it.
So,
I need to read more of that.
ratings.
Where's that at?
Words are for nerds. I wouldn't do it. Anyway, I do want to point out something that I forgot to point out previously, and it's the fact that I have an ability that I think I need to mention because it will put Devorin and I at odds more than ever. I have the ability Fractured Form. I'm ignoring all the words and reflavoring it that, as a former pit fighter, I like to go for that greased up shiny look, like you would expect it to be baby oil, but it's really hard to get baby oil down here, so I just use a lot of butter. That did increase my evade, but more importantly, I am now followed by a swarm of insects that are drawn to me at all times. So like just a shitload of flies, and they do my bidding.
All right.
Well,
That works.
Okay.
That's understandable. But okay.
I command them by just flicking the butter off of me, and they go do things.
Zerl, why'd you have to introduce more bugs to the party?
I didn't mean to. It's just who knew that so much butter on such a hot body would attract flies.
You're
did.
sizzling. I don't know what else you expected.
I know, that's true. I did get rid of my fleece, though.
Yeah, one for the
I'll
other.
say,
Oh my gosh.
so Dan,
Someone wants to offer us a promotion.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
This is incredible, guys.
Oh my gosh, I hate to do
It's gonna
it.
be so big.
But
Don't
fuck you, guy,
yeah.
you're banned.
And I was too slow.
Ah,
Oh. You
I
can
was just
stand
so
by.
excited for a moment. I
I know.
couldn't.
The only promotion we need are Chuck's buttered up pecs.
That's it. Look at
We're
these
gonna
things.
say-
They jiggle and they glisten.
Mr. Galvin, I'll just produce steam and kind of try to mitigate the swarms of insects and butter flicking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll
Dan.
Genevieve
Cut it down
stick
with a
close.
degreaser.
Right. Dan, so it's just an immediate effect of you being like separated. I'm gonna say like because it's Fallout, you get to clear all your fortune, which is nice. So we're just gonna make another either delve or sneak test, Haven, to reconnect with where your party went to.
Well, I'm bad at both of those, so
All right.
we'll just roll the same thing again. Because it can't go wrong twice, right?
You can do it.
Oh, it didn't.
shit.
Okay.
Hey, there you go. So you're able to, you see where they're going, but you know the direction they're heading. You're able to make it out of town without being caught. So no fortune stress this time, and you're quickly sprinting across the field just to catch pace with everybody. And right when you join up, you guys are kind of making it towards the edge of the grove, and here you see like there's this giant kind of wrought iron black fence that surrounds the entirety of the compound. And you can see on the other side of the fence, the brush has kind of been cut down. You don't see any like tall mushroom stalks or anything like that. There's still some vegetation, like they're not really neatly taking care of the grounds. You see like lots of these chemical burns kind of all around the perimeter of this fence too. It looks like they've been trying to do some like pesticide weed killer type thing along the grounds to cut back at stuff. And so you're able to follow this perimeter. You can see just kind of like barely off in the distance some sort of a compound. You see some extra lights and things there. And as you work your way around, you eventually find a gate. See that it's open, and there's like a little booth next to it. Doesn't look like anybody's in it. It looks like the doors are just open, and then there's a path leading further in to where the compound would be.
Well, that's the way we're going.
Yep.
Last
go.
encounter with the gate went real well.
Holy
so-
shit, where did you come from?
He was here the whole time.
Oh, goddamn. All right, let's go.
All
You
right.
just couldn't see him because of the cone.
Oh, yes, it does obstruct
yeah.
some peripheral vision.
Then you're
Got some
blind.
Yeah.
blinders on.
So you guys pass through the gate. As you pass by the guard box, you see nobody's inside, but it does look like there's some sort of mechanism that can like remotely operate the doors. They've been left open. And as you're passing through too, you see that there's like this kind of tall tower attached to this compound. You can just barely see the glint of maybe a scope or something that's watching as you're making your way through down this path. But no one stops you. You don't hear anything call out. The mechanism for the doors isn't triggered. So you have the sense that your presence is probably known, but they're not immediately stopping you.
Hello, is anybody home?
Assume that means it's all right. So.
Yeah. You guys make your way up. You see that the compound, now that you're getting closer to it, it's this pretty sturdy looking building. Lots of like metal siding and things, and then a few windows that are much higher up off the ground. Nothing really ground level that you could use to look in. And you see that it's kind of been fastened to a bunch of these bits of rubble from ancient temples that haven't been maintained. And they're kind of like built in the box of where one used to be. You'd see that same sniper tower on one of the corners. And you clearly see like a barrel poking a little bit out that seems to be like following you guys, but probably just for, keeping track of where you're at.
Just wave at it.
Yeah. You see what looks to be like a giant garage door kind of thing on one side, and then you see a big set of steel double doors with a guard posted outside. That's kind of where your pathway leads up to.
What does
him.
this guard look like?
He is a giant burly gnoll. He's got kind of like a small rifle Tommy gun looking thing at his hip. He's not wearing a shirt. He's got like a tactical vest on. His hair's kind of cut into a mohawk. Got a few scars on his face.
Is he well buttered?
He's not well buttered.
Is he about to be well buttered?
Completely a lack of butter.
Listen, as one knoll to another, why don't you all let me take point on this conversation?
I can't go butter him up for us.
I get that.
Oh,
I get that. Just for that. Come on with me, Theo. Let's do this shit. Genevieve, keep an eye on this shit
Roll a
in case you have to kill
D12
Theo
stress
because
die,
he tries
just
to
for
betray
that.
me.
Watch it. Don't worry, I got your back, buddy.
Hey, brother.
He looks at you and nods. Like, you have business here? You don't look like one of the harvesters.
We're not. We're here to do, Theo. Why are we here?
That's a connection thing, you know.
We're
like
here
there's-
to build a connection with. Who are we connecting with?
Grip Station.
With Grip Station.
Okay.
Like there's a pharmacy or some shit involved.
Yeah, this is the pharmacy.
Oh, good. We've made it.
Yeah,
One. Yep.
we knew that.
They're like, is anyone expecting you?
You thought.
No one's
No.
expecting us, I think.
And
We were sent
Yeah,
here
you gotta,
by Theo. Who are we sent here by?
No
The
one-
guy in the place who doesn't like me.
We were sent here by the guy at that one place who hates this dude.
it's not ringing any bells, but I'll see if Hadel will talk to you.
God damn it, Sir
The,
Galvin, come explain this.
The druids, you know, the drug druids.
We overheard in town that you all were looking for a group of delvers to go and kind of forage a path to Grip Station so that you could establish means of connection between your place and theirs. So we're here to offer our services.
All right.
That,
Well,
yeah.
Path's been made, just needs cleared out. Our drill went kind of rogue in it, so need someone to fix that situation. But I'll tell Hadel that you guys are here, and
All right.
he like calls you in. He knocks a few times on the door, and after a little bit, you hear like this kind of magnetic lock release, and the double doors open, and you're able to walk in.
Oh,
As soon as the doors open, you're kind of hit with this like tangy, acidic smell of all sorts of these weird concoctions that they're brewing. You see like lots of people wearing almost hazmat type suits to protect from splashes. They've got goggles, face masks, all sorts of that, and they're walking around. You see all sorts of different things brewing. They've got this big like production line facility thing set up where people are putting together and breaking down the various plants from the area and turning them into all sorts of different drugs and pharmaceutical things. As you're brought in, he kind of points you to the side. There's like a little makeshift waiting room. It's got like a small coffee table and a few chairs there. And after a moment, a larger man wearing kind of like a darker trench coat, human, walks in, introduces himself. He's like, "Hey, I'm Hadel. You guys said you were here for the connection, fixing our drill problem."
Oh, you got a drill?
Yeah, our drill went rogue, and we already dug it, but can't really use it, so that's cleared out. So
Sentient drill?
yeah, it's like a drill on the front of a big old beast, and it's very unhappy, and it's killed the last 2 sets of people we've sent out to it.
Gotta call him.
Luckily, we have an excellent engineer among our crew.
Really?
Do you need the beast alive?
At this point, no.
Okay,
Oh,
good,
okay.
good.
That makes life a
Makes
lot
our lives easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of expensive, but we're already in the hole on it. We just need it cleared. We're behind schedule on our connection, and
Is he?
Yeah, how big is he?
Well, I mean, it's got a drill on the front.
and then he kind of like thinks for a little bit.
People may
and
have
he
very
points
low
over.
expectations for a good drilling, so you don't want to presume.
He seems like he's trying to think of a way to explain it to you. He points over at like this large metal vat of this acidic chemical. He's like about the size of that, but like on its side, not upright. And
how large is that
the size
in centimeters?
That's not a lot. And the size that he's describing is probably about half the size of a bus.
Okay.
Big enough to ride on, then.
That's a
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yep. I'm glad you're thinking of it that way. That's what they call a two armor.
It's been a problem. It's been getting more and more aggravated. Seems to be getting more and more difficult to kill the more people that it's killing.
You know, when I was in Spire, I watched this documentary about this scientist who was hired to live in this enclosure with some dolphins. Have you considered that kind of route?
No.
One of you, I'm disappointed. None of you know what I'm talking about in that reference. She got fired.
I don't know what dolphins are.
She got fired because her job was to build a strong relationship with the dolphins, and she took it exactly where you expect it to go.
Oh,
I did hear about that.
See?
I don't think you'd live through such of an experience
Well, yeah, I mean,
with
you
this.
don't know. I mean,
yeah,
I
but
don't know her.
you only live once.
Not interested in drilling people in that way.
So is the drill still attached to it then, effectively?
Oh yeah, it's like a big
so it can-
rhino thing. You know where like
So
rhinos have a
kinda-
horn? It's like a drill.
All right, so it kind of uses it as a weapon. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So don't stand in front of it.
Any particular vulnerabilities that you're aware of?
Well, it's made out of metal. It's got giant, thick armor plating all over its body.
So it's not a wild animal; it's a constructed thing.
It might have been an animal at one point, but you couldn't really tell anymore. It looks purely metal.
I've learned to ask this question from my last encounter. Is it poisonous?
Shouldn't be.
Thank you.
He's learning.
Is it venomous? Those are different.
No, it's it'll just trample you or stab you.
Walk in the park.
And
Shouldn't have to worry about anything poisonous. There have been those weird plants popping up everywhere, but nothing with this beast in particular should be poisonous.
Does it eat plants?
No, doesn't really eat.
Oh, it's
much.
just hungry. When was you feed it something? Good God, man! I get cranky when I haven't eaten for a while either.
I think they fed it a number of people by accident.
Oh,
They haven't fed it a Snickers yet, though.
that's true.
Yeah.
We need
Big
three,
problem.
at least 3 people to escort us there that you don't really care if they come back or not.
There's not really anyone here that I would not care about them coming
You
back.
don't have anybody you'd use as a sacrifice?
Right? I mean, everyone.
I
every,
mean,
every company
we already
has a
sent those
Doug.
people.
Who's your Doug?
Those people have already been sent. You're not the
Oh.
first crew going after this.
Wait, so you mean you don't care if we come back?
Are we the snack?
That's why we're hiring out.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fair. And Zero,
That's
no,
so
we are
fun.
not stopping by the orphanage again.
Listen.
Oh yeah, I
That
heard about
one's
that.
sold
Was
out.
that you?
No,
It totally wasn't us.
Definitely
Not
not.
that
no.
care. But yeah, we've already got like our half dug. The other half was dug by the Mission, and we were trying to speed up schedule. And instead of doing it by hand, we found this beast and kind of pointed it in a direction, and it's not too happy. So,
Does the
You know.
beast know how to sing?
not that we know of.
Have you ever tried to teach it?
No.
Because maybe this beast doesn't want to be one who carries your burdens. And if it could sing, it would sing never want to be your beast.
However you want to deal with getting it out of the tunnel is up to you guys. As long as it's not there anymore and we can get there.
Are you trying to hurry us along?
Well, it does sound like they're behind schedule and would like to get
we do
back
have
on
like
track.
I'm happy to answer questions. It's just I don't know if any of these are going to. I don't know the answers to most of these.
Can you point us in a direction to start heading?
Sure. And he points you. He's like, follow me, and kind of leads you around. He stops you guys a few times as like various bouts of steam kind of erupt from all the random piping and things, and he brings you to the opposite side of this giant warehouse type room. He says, well, this is kind of our rec area. You know, there's he points around. He's like, there's kind of a general goods store. There's people that gamble and stuff here, and some recreational access to our drugs if you want to pay for it. But whenever you're ready,
wait,
there's that elevator there.
Did you just say recreational access to your drugs?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're a pharmacy.
I like this place. Real quick, what is your opinion of Three Musketeers, the candy bar?
I don't think we have that here.
Good. Fuck Three Musketeers. Official statement of Defenders of Cobalt.
I like them.
John.
But I also
I like
haven't
that it
had
did
one
with sugar
in
in
like
it.
20 years. So
Yeah.
I would eat one. If you put one in front of me, I would eat one and then go, God, I wish this was a Snickers.
That's fair. But yeah,
Anyway,
he points to like,
continue on.
there's this giant kind of like freight elevator thing that looks pretty new compared to most of the other things in the area. Like the warehouse looks like it's been here for quite a bit. You can just tell from all the like chemical stains and things everywhere. But this freight elevator looks and to be like a lot newer condition. It's got a lot of metal that matches and paint that matches. He says that goes down, you know, where we've been digging the tunnel. And that'll line up with the tracks. And if you just follow those tracks down, should lead you straight to where the beast is. Last thing we heard was it's just kind of sleeping almost where the two halves meet up. He hadn't completely finished burrowing out. Like there's a small opening that'll get you to the other side. So we're gonna have to do the rest by hand, but you know, we just need that out of the way. But feel free to, you know, spend as much time here and get yourselves ready before you head down. And so this rec room kind of functions as a haunt that if you engage in like the gambling is a fortune stress that you can heal. Supplies, or there's like a company store that you can use as supply stress. And then there, as a part of that company store, there's also like the pharmacy side of it where you can buy drugs and things, and those will heal minor echo stress if you exchange resources for it.
Yes.
I am good to go.
There's-
But
I'm ready to go now.
That's the gift of
All right.
having a major fuck up last session, is I am A-okay at the moment.
Yeah,
That's true. You had a few of you have had major.
That's great already.
I'm good. As I
And
am defeated by the cone trying to chew on my armpit or some shit.
Hadel mentions too as he's walking to me. He's like, "Oh yeah, I forget if they told you. So there's like a supplies cache on the other side that we were going to be paid in by the Vermissian. So if you guys make it there, help yourselves. Then whatever you get from the beast, obviously, like we don't really need it anymore. And you know, if this job goes well, you can always come back here. We'll consider you as part of the company. Usually you can't come in here without being an employee or under contract work, but this will be a real big favor for us, so you can always come back to this. And sorry, hope I see you again. And he turns around and leaves.
All right, everyone ready? We gonna?
I'm ready.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's go.
Let's head to this elevator.
All right. So, as you guys walk by, there's a few people that are like playing cards in at one of the tables. There's like a lot of the company men like kind of taking their breaks. Some of them are playing cards, some are arm wrestling, that type of thing. And they see you walking towards the freight elevator, and they're like, "Ah, you guys the new crew? Good luck."
Don't tell me what to do.
Hey.
All right, fuck off.
You know what?
They're still telling us what to do.
I like you.
What do you say, Zerl?
Oh no, I was about to say something to them, and then they told us to fuck off, and that changed my opinion in a rather favorable way. So. You too.
See, they're still kind of like chuckling to themselves a little bit as you guys make your way to the freight elevator. And the doors are kind of already open. And then it's only got 2 buttons. It's got like first 1 and 2. And you assume 2 is the basement level.
That's reverse.
Oh, press the button.
There's no Otis inspections here to, set up these elevators correctly.
It's not certified by the Vermisian Knights.
No, you don't see there's like a napkin with a safe written on it behind glass.
It's got a coffee stain on the corner of it.
Yeah. But you hit the button 2, and after like a little bit of a jolt and the lights kind of flicker, the doors start to close, and then kind of drops suddenly for a little bit, and then the motor like catches. And it's just,
good thing I don't wear pants. I would have just shit
down.
them.
Hey, how far down does this go?
You're on the elevator for a good solid 3 minutes of just continuous. It's not moving very fast, but it's like a mining elevator.
Moving fast. That's a long ass time on an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, first one who farts on this elevator, I'm going to punch the shit out of.
Well, to me.
That sounds like a worse idea, because then we'd be stuck in here with the smell.
And it's kind of like an open, like a mining elevator. So there's the shaft, like you guys are kind of in this fenced-in box, but there is ventilation.
All
So,
right.
yeah, you're like in a frame, and every so often there's kind of like little open spaces and things that are like connected to this. But
leave it for
there's
the
nowhere to
next
like get
people
off.
who ride the elevator.
What?
We'll leave it for the next people who ride the elevator.
Well, it's open. It's got the grating, so like it's just going to like right on out.
Yeah.
When we get about 2 stories up from the bottom, if we can see the bottom, I'm just gonna like open the door and be like, "See you at the bottom," and just step out.
What the fuck?
Okay. So the door is like there's kind of like framing and stuff, so it'd be kind of hard to step out. But I would let you try.
Underestimating Sir Galvin.
Yeah. That'd probably just be like a delve technology test.
Just to open it?
Just to like, for this whole action of opening it and stepping out. And
okay, because I'm paying attention, because I'm not letting that fucker show me up. Holy shitballs.
Later, nerds.
I got steel bones, so I can like take like 3-story falls with nothing. So
all right.
Genevieve, do you think I can survive that?
You like perfectly fit through a gap. It almost looks like it was cut out for you as you just like step through and dive, and you hear a solid like thunk as the frame kind of rattles a little bit. You land.
Zorl, I think your body would turn into silly putty. I don't know if this is a good idea.
God damn it. All right. I'll have to show him up later.
Oh yeah.
Take a bite out of the drill.
Oh, well, you know I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Taking that big old giant thing attached to the front of that beast and just shoving it all in my mouth.
Take the whole thing.
That'll show him.
That'll be impressive.
So as it makes it to the bottom,
You're welcome, Jake.
It opens up. You guys step out, and you're in kind of like a staging area next to this elevator. It looks like this is kind of where they plan on trains or whatever railway cars come in on this track. Will unload and kind of set up pallets and stuff. It looks like they're not quite done digging into all the walls. They're like digging kind of storage areas and There's some framing set up for some shelves and things, but it's not in use yet. There's just a few pallets here and there of like metal and scraps for building up frames, but not in use for storage of any of the pharmacy goods. And then there's like kind of this big set of sliding doors that are just barely open. Not enough to let anything go through on the train tracks, but they're like enough open that you could walk through. And there's just a few like lights here and there that it's pretty dim in here, but you can see out just well enough. And it looks like pretty much the only path out of here is just hopping down onto the tracks and walking along them through those giant sliding doors.
Yep.
Let's
All right.
do the thing then.
Just
All right.
to him.
So we're starting on our delve here. Someone give me... Actually, not yet. We'll say you guys travel for a little bit. This hallway's been kind of like roughly carved out. Looks like for maybe the first few feet or so, they were manually doing it, but you see that a method changed after like the first several hundred feet. And there's like much bigger gouges of earth that are a lot more roughly cut out. And that's kind of like how this whole tunnel seems to be carved.
Real quick. Hey, how's it going?
But the first thing you come across is you hear like kind of the sound of clicking and some chirping of animal sounds as you come around. And it's kind of like a little bit of a hill on the tracks. And as it flattens back out, you see what appears to be one of the earlier teams that was sent down here to deal with this drill beast. And some of them are flattened. It's pretty recent. Like a lot of the blood hasn't completely dried. There's just kind of bodies all over the place.
And what are these that are flattened?
And picking bodies of the previous teams that like came down.
Okay.
So you see a few of them are just like completely flat and then smeared. Some of them are like, they look like they got cut up and then kind of bled out. And then a few bodies look like they were just spun at a speed until they've ripped apart. And picking away at the bodies are a bunch of vulture moles. So they're like these really strange looking moles that have these kind of weird beaks on them. They've got big long claws. And they're just kind of tearing through the body, seeing whatever meat they can pick apart.
I want to go catch one. I want to go catch two.
All right.
I want to catch two.
They seem to not be paying too much attention to you guys.
Good.
Like it looks like their eyesight's not too good. And they seem to be very like interested on all the viscera. But yeah, if you want to go try to catch one, let's do that as a test. Let's see. Do a hunt, or how are you trying to catch it? Just like
Leap.
okay,
Leap. Grab.
They
say-
sense vibrations in the ground, so you leap at them.
I leap.
Sure. Yeah.
That's it
You
for sure.
want me to roll hunt? What's
yeah,
our
either
domain?
hunt or kill. Hunt or kill, and this will be Warren.
I want to hunt because I only want to kill one of them.
Okay.
All right. And I leap. Fuck yes.
Wow.
All right. So there's one that is kind of on the edge of the pack. Not many others like near it. Some of them are like there's like 2 or 3 to a body, but this one's kind of just off to the side. And you see him being like the perfect target for you. You run, you jump. He's also down in elevation from you for a little bit, so you get a much like longer, leap on him, and you're able to just tackle and roll, and you've got him completely restrained in your arms. And it's kind of like squirming and it's doing this weird like squawk chittering thing.
Now I want to
but
make
the other
sure
ones don't
that
seem
I'm
to really
clear.
be.
I wanted to catch 2.
Yeah, you've got one.
All right.
They're kind of big. Think of them as like a small dog size.
Yeah.
About. So.
I grabbed
You've
this
got
one that
like,
I've got,
wrestled.
and I just punch it in the back of the head like it was a camel and I was in a Conan movie.
All right.
Just knocking it out. Not killing
do that as a, yeah, it's not a kill, but it's still like an attack. So I'll say do a kill, but roll that with mastery since you got the critical success on the
All right,
restraint.
kill, and what was it, desolate?
Warren, because it's kind of like a digging cave type creature.
Success at a cost.
Success at a cost. All right. So you're able to knock it out, but roll that as blood damage.
Yeah, all right.
This would be a D6
Oh, shit.
stress.
I rolled
Sorry.
you a D4. Let me give you
The stress
my
for this.
stress. Yep, I'm on board.
Yeah.
As it claws the fuck out of my face, I get 6 stress.
Oof.
I apply it to blood, but I've got decent blood protection.
Okay.
No fallout.
No fallout. All right. Yeah. So you punch it. It's like kind of rough. You're not super used to this type of creature, so like you kind of like catch it in the beak, and it cuts into your arm a little bit as you're hitting it, and it resists a bit, but you knock it unconscious.
Nice. I give that to Genevieve.
Oh,
And he just
what a beautiful
hands
gift.
you this
Here you
limp like mole thing.
Keep it with the others, kiddo, and then I go capture another one, and this one I'm gonna eat.
Okay. Have you do another? I guess this one will just be a kill.
Yeah.
Kill Warren.
Any mushrooms on it?
Not that you can see.
Another success at a cost. What's my stress level?
Stress level.
Success at a cost. I gotta take stress for this.
Oh, it's a D6. Sorry.
Yeah.
This whole delve is D6 stress.
One
from
stress.
This part.
Blood.
Yeah.
That shit's
So
gonna be
yeah, you
soaked.
soak it. Yep.
No fallout.
Right. And then roll your damage at it.
Yes. 3. Do I get a bonus? I don't think I do. I don't fucking know.
Are these
That's
the
another
ones
game.
that? Are these the ones that you roll twice and then take the higher of? Is this like your weird, or is it?
No, this is my claws. Just get a D4 piercing. That shit doesn't happen until I go all fucking Super Saiyan.
Okay. Cool. So with a 3, that is exactly what its health is.
Nice.
So because they're pretty weak, but there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So you
then
kill
I
it.
fucking eat that thing.
All right.
Look.
This is probably the
eaten
first
something edible
thing
this
that. Yeah, I was gonna say this is one of the first things that you've eaten that is actually not that bad. It's got a decent amount of meat. Looks like it's been eating pretty good on
Like chicken.
maybe a few unfortunate people that have tried to go down the same path. So you are able to gain the Warren domain from this if you don't have that already.
I already had Warren. I didn't need to eat it, but I regret nothing.
Okay.
Are you going like
Because you can only
feathers
get
and all?
Yeah.
you can only get domains from eating things, right?
Yes. I've got.
Do you get to keep them permanently by doing that?
No,
I
just
think
while
it's just
we're
for
in
the
the
session.
scene. Yeah.
Okay.
I get domains. And then I got another skill. Domains. Yeah, I can only pick up domains from this shit. I never get skills.
Okay.
But if I already
Yeah,
have the
it'll
domain,
just
then
be
I get
Warren.
a knack.
Okay. Get a knack. We'll say that you're able to, you're eating this like mole-like creature, so you're able to be more perceptible of like low light conditions while
See
you're
in the
this
dark. I can see
warren
more
area.
in the dark. Oh, can we say like I got like trimmer sense?
You've got
Yeah,
dark
something like
vision.
that.
Yeah.
So you can see things that you don't like have direct eyesight on if they're making enough movement.
I returned back to the party eating this thing like it's a fucking Chipotle burrito.
While you've been gone, Genevieve's been tying up the other one, just making sure that it can't get away.
So what's its name?
Oh yeah, a test I was going to have you make, Genevieve, was compel Warren or Wild for your previous dog to see if it's still rattled at you guys.
Can I say that I assisted in this by, like, if it gave Genevieve any lip, like I snarled back?
Sure, yeah, you guys can.
So when you roll that, Genevieve, select my name out of the list. Roll another D10. That doesn't count for shit.
Yeah, roll a test and have him added to it.
Zerl, the face fister.
That's me. I even know how to spell that. Look at that shit.
Hey, there you go. All right. So, this is the cave dog that you guys picked up from when you killed the Repo Man earlier, a session or two ago. And it was kind of afraid of you from being hit by one of your spells, and also its owner being murdered by you guys. But you've been treating it well over the last few days or so as you've been traveling. So it's finally warmed up to you guys, and now it's like actually seeing you again, not as just like not a threat, but it's seeing you again as an owner. So you're able to kind of command it, do its whatever you had, or like, because it was a very well trained dog before, you could tell. So it also now listens to your commands.
I've got a puppy.
You do.
It's much bigger than a puppy.
Now you've got a vulture mole.
It's like a big pit bull looking. It's like a pit bull mixed with a bat.
It's a baby.
Yeah.
True.
Could the
Very
rest
vicious.
of us, while this is all going on, maybe be kind of looking over the bodies and seeing if there's anything that we could salvage from the remains or anything?
Yes. So I will say, you guys notice, like, as you approach on the bodies, like, they didn't seem to care that he was taking out these other two, like, moles by themselves. But as you, like, start picking away at the bodies, they kind of turn to you, and it looks like they're very upset that you're going through their meals. So you get the sense that if you try to loot, they will attack.
We'd like to loot.
What do you say, Theo, Devoran?
Step on him?
Okay.
There's about 8 left. It's like a pack of these small little mole vulture things.
So anyways, I started shooting.
How many of them are in a group?
There's like a few groups. So there's like a group of 3, group of 2, and then another group of 3.
I'm ready to shoot.
Yeah, I'll shoot at one of the groups of 3 myself.
Yep.
I will pull out the shotgun that I took from the other guy, and I'll use that.
Alrighty. Make your kill Warren rolls. This will be standard difficulty.
Alrighty.
Success at a cost.
You can do it, baby.
All right. Dan. Says okay.
Can you roll it out here? Wow, 6 stress. I did it.
You did it. Ow.
So, Dan, you're going to take 2 supply stress as your shotgun blast successfully does like blast away the moles on it, but you kind of like also hit the bodies that they're on a little bit, so it's going to be kind of hard to go through them as much. So that's a cost on there.
What's my stress?
It's a D6 supply stress.
Oh, okay. I got the rifle, but that do work. Now I gotta roll the damages and see if I can take some more supply stress.
Right. And then Jake, you got a critical success, so your 2 damage is actually 4, which is enough to kill that group.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, I did 3 damage to it.
Yeah. It looks like all of you did enough damage to kill all of them. So.
But now let's roll some fallout.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
All right. No fallout. Okay. So you guys kill all these little mole things. And you kind of synchronize your attacks because the fight hasn't broken out. So just pop, pop, pop. You all fire. They all drop. and you're able to go through and loot these bodies. So you're able to find, you can basically either, as you check each body, each one of you can either choose to do a D4 of stress healing or take a D4 of just like miscellaneous equipment.
I will take a D4 of miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Same.
Listen, if you're all...
What domain were our miscellaneous good be in?
These are all technology and Haven.
I think we can only pick one. So.
Listen, if you're all looking for random stuff, I got this vulture beak that you can have, because I have learned my lesson when it comes to eating beaks.
So we found something he won't eat, finally.
Beaks.
It's not what's for dinner.
I learned that from my days eating a lot of squid. Tentacles. Love the tentacles.
Like noodles, probably.
Yep. Yep, that's where I was going with
It's like
that.
the shell out of pistachio.
Yeah,
You don't eat that part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, I like that double crunch layer.
Extra gritty.
Extra grit.
Delicious.
All right.
I'm going to send a
I had a very
bee
good
at
dentist.
Zerl to heal him for some blood damage.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to flick some butter on the walls. That way my flies get out of the way.
All right.
You will take, one
You know what?
healing in blood.
You know what? I'll take it. It's about as much as I expect from you, but good effort there, buddy. Thank you.
You feel just as much off-put as you do healed by the bee.
Fair. Fair.
All right. With that, whoever wants to roll their D4 against the delve.
Not me. I ain't been doing shit.
Okay.
I did hug a bird and eat another.
That works. 3. All right. Uh, 3.
So, as I approach you all, still chewing on my mole rat thing, what the fuck are we doing down here again?
Got the drill
Oh, yeah.
that went crazy. Yeah, we got to stop it. You know, it's the big animal that's covered in metal plates. And
Why the hell did
yeah.
we stop to fight all these things? Let's get going.
Okay, buddy.
Was like a thing to do?
Well, didn't you want one of them?
Oh, yeah, you got a pet.
All
That's
right.
awesome. Let's go.
Okay.
Eating for you.
All right. My bad.
All right. So as you guys move your way down, it's this winding kind of like train path as you're following the tracks, and it's another just few minutes or so, probably about like another 15, when Chuck,
Right.
you notice with your new knack that you're
Oh.
kind of more sensitive to the vibrations and
My
things.
toes can feel everything.
You feel like something kind of like vibrates every few seconds. It kind of reminds you of like the whirring of a machine.
All right.
You can,
I don't know if you've all noticed that, but there's a strange kind of like pulsing vibration like a machine. I'm feeling it through my toes here. I think it's that mole I hate.
Mhm.
It's very rhythmic and every couple of minutes.
all right. And you seem to sense that it's pretty large. It's almost like you can feel it. It's at the same pace of like breathing.
Oh, it's
moles.
going
You're hearing
fast.
this like
Ish.
whirring. So, or so you just feel this.
It's maintaining a steady rhythm though.
So you're saying we can kill it
Could
while
be that
sleep?
we're
Probably.
approaching the drill, as it were.
I think you're right.
Yep.
So we rush in and we jump it before it has a chance to jump us.
Or we could
idea.
approach cautiously and get an idea.
Cautiously jump it before it can cautiously jump us.
Now, I'm just going to put this out here. I've got a lot of strengths. You can see them all over, covered in butter. But approaching cautiously and quietly is not my forte.
That is true. That is true.
Who's doing it?
Yeah, if someone wants to sneak up.
I suppose I could try.
I could. I have the mark of the shadow, which makes me sneakier.
Okay.
It's hard
By
to
all
notice.
means. If you die, I'll heal you with bees.
I'll avenge you and then resurrect you.
I
so
will
we can
be
keep
ready to
partying.
rush into your aid.
I'll go with that one. So Genevieve will cast the mark of the shadow, gaining the sneak skill.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
so
and then you can make a sneak Warren test.
sneak Warren. Okay.
Hey, before you go, are you good at Warren? Do you need a bite of my mole?
I don't get the same benefits that you do, bud, so I'm good, but thank you though.
All right,
Take a honk for yourself.
take a honk for myself.
Beep, beep.
Beep, motherfucking beep.
Ooh. Success at a cost.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Goodbye,
Roll
Dan.
stress.
So, yeah, roll that d6 stress, and this will be on mind. It's kind of like your stress plays out.
Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
real quick, what tier are we
That-
on?
We are on tier 2
Okay.
still. So this delve is pretty much on all the way on tier 2. You know, grip station is in tier 1.
All right.
So this connects between 1 to 2.
Click the heart button. See how badly you fucked up.
Oh, wait, no. That's not what I meant to do.
That applied it.
Yep.
And then that should-
And no fallout. Oh wow, you have a lot of mind stress. Okay.
Yeah, that's great for me, though.
Yeah. All right. So as you kind of, there's like a little bit of a bend to this hallway, so you're not able to quite see it from where the rest of the group stayed back. And as you round this bend, the stress you feel is from just the sight of this creature. It's much bigger than you kind of expected, even though he kind of described it as a bus size. It's hard to wrap your head around a monstrous beast being that big. You just see this gigantic hulking rhino that's kind of laying on its side. And as it's breathing, you see the drill on its nose just kind of, and it kind of is like revving with its breath. And there's kind of like this steam exhaust out through its nostrils every so often. You see lots of dead bodies in this room, some newer, some older. And the other thing you notice is that there's kind of these weird, like, tendril-like things growing out of the sides and the back, and like kind of one out of its jaw a little bit. But they're not like the plant-like tendrils that you've seen around with people getting the ember rot. These are like purely mechanical. Like, it looks like the interior of its body is this like muscly, tendrily fiber stuff, and it's trying to heal itself. But every so often, as it pokes through the exoskeleton, it just kind of becomes this sharp, tendrily thing that's hovering around the side. And you get the sense that those look pretty dangerous, and that's probably why it's getting harder and harder to kill as people are failing killing it. It's because it's getting more of these sharp tendrils as its armor is pulled away and it has to heal it back.
Delicious. I hate it.
Yes.
But it does seem to be asleep. It doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Okay. I think the best thing for me to do is to return to the group and let them know, like, hey, come in close. Come here. Just be quiet. Okay. Just,
All right.
Listening.
It's sleeping.
Oh.
It's sleeping.
Badass. Let's jump it.
Okay, we can jump it, but we need to be careful about how we do this, right? Because, like, it's got these little, like, tendril thingies coming out of its, like, exo armor, right? I think that might be important. I'm not sure. I'm assuming if we like cut it off, then maybe it'll do some damage to it because it is kind of just covered in armor.
Or we put a gun right up to where it's growing out because now that's like a weak point.
It's a crack.
But it's sleeping. But it's sleeping, so we gotta be sneaky.
Exactly.
Sure.
We'll
We could try that.
sneakily jump it and then shoot it.
So who has
Like
like
heroes.
ranged attacks that we can do?
That's Theo.
So we got
That's Sir
Okay.
Galvin.
You shoot him in the
okay.
butt.
I don't have any ranged attacks.
Okay. Think you guys go in first. Hit it. Like let those of us who do not have ranged attacks maybe get in close. And then you do your ranged attacks, and then that when it wakes up, we can just whoop-ha.
Sure. I'm
Wait.
good with that plan.
Anyone have any other ideas?
I never used tactics before. This is exciting.
This is new.
Always gotta try something new.
All right. So let me run this through. So you and I sneak up.
Yes.
The three of them aim like real good at its tentacle holes.
Yeah.
And then they shoot, and then when it wakes up, we beat the shit out of it.
Or
Sounds like it
Or-
worked to me. Oh, or
you take up hidden positions. The three of us will gather up in one location. We could open fire, and then you spring from basically an ambush as it comes in to come at the three of us.
a sneak attack. I like the sound of that.
Oh shit. It's like Inception. I like it.
That movie they play up in the spire.
They do. They got everything in the Spire. Anything
Let's go
with
with that
Tom
idea.
Cruise I've seen. Was it? No, that's a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Vanilla Sky.
No, not that one. The one where he's sci-fi and he keeps looping in time.
Wait, he
Meatball
actually-
Sky.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge
Yep.
of Tomorrow. I love that movie. Seen it so many times.
That's a movie?
It's a movie. You should watch it. It's really good. Favorite Tom Cruise movie.
But Tom Cruise, though.
Yeah. He does good sci-fi movies. Have you ever watched Oblivion?
No, I don't like Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise does pretty decent sci-fi movies.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, I like your all plan. We'll go hide
right.
so that way when it charges at you, we jump out and punch it.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to say this is like a coordinated type of test. I'm going to borrow this kind of from the Weird Frontiers, or not Weird Frontiers, the Holler game that we've been doing.
Oh,
So I'm going to say there's a task of you guys setting up this ambush, and you can deal damage to it by succeeding on stealth or any sort of test like that that you think would help you guys set up this ambush. I've got a DC in my mind that you need to beat, and if you do, then you'll successfully achieve that.
My goal is to not.
Before anyone rolls anything, I have a spell I'd like to cast. The only thing is, so all sneak and evade checks in this area are made with mastery. So let me compel
that.
and occult. Compel and occult, and I roll it with mastery because my mind is so broken.
that sounds right.
That's
Oh,
a
you did bad.
failure. No,
Oof.
don't we have banked rerolls?
Checking. We've got
I think
7
you should have.
banked rerolls.
I would
Wow.
like to re-roll that if I may.
I don't think we've got any new complications either, have we?
No, we have not.
Not in a while.
No. No, just, I mean, like, fucking hints there, chat.
Maybe?
Kick
Hey,
ass.
there you go.
I'll take that
There you
one.
go.
All right, critical
Awesome.
success.
Does it
So
do anything additional on a critical success?
on a success, an area roughly the size of a city block centered on Genevieve is assailed with stiff winds that stir up debris and held deafeningly through tunnels and vents. But everything within 10 feet remains calm. All sneak and evade checks in this area are made with mastery.
Okay.
The effect lasts until the end of the current situation or if Genevieve's moves outside the zone.
Okay. Does it say anything extra for a critical success?
It does not.
Okay. So what I'll say with a critical success, because it mentions that there's kind of like these deafening winds and things, I'll say that probably would have woken it up. It wouldn't have prevented you from like doing your sneak attack, but it would be awake as you guys were moving. It would have been able to pounce on you faster. But this is doing it in a way that it's not loud enough to wake up the beast. So you get the effect from it, but it's just not going to be awake until you do your first shots, assuming you guys succeed your tests. So, if anyone who wants to do sneak Warren tests, or if there's any other type of test that you feel would help you guys set up this sort of ambush, if you're like moving things or taking aim or something like that, like any sort of test that you feel.
I'm following Genevieve's lead on this one.
Could I use discern to kind of find like a optimum spot for us to kind of fire from that would give good cover to the ambushers?
Yep. So, and then we'll do mastery because of your spell on all of these tests that you guys are doing to set up your ambush, because you're able to take like extra time to do so. So, do a discern Warren. All right, success to cost. And so this is going to be a D6 stress. Pretty much all of the stress that you guys are going to have as you're setting this up is going to be mined of like the stress of going through this.
D6?
Yep, D6. 2 mind stress.
So, I'm following Genevieve's lead on hiding here. Can I say that Genevieve is giving me an assist as well?
Sure, yeah. So you could do a sneak Warren with mastery and assist.
That is what I'm doing.
Oh, so many dice.
Success. There you go.
Oh, nice. No fallout.
John and Zerl, you guys have both done successful tests.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me just count how many we're at. Okay. We need one more successful test from somebody to like set up the ambush.
All I wanted to do was aim, but
It was Sneak Warren, correct?
Sneak Warren.
Sneak Warren, okay.
Yep, Sneak Warren or Discern Warren could be taking aim. And you get the mastery from the added time from this spell.
Right, that is another success.
Awesome.
Oh, so I don't need to roll anything then?
You do.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's fine. We've got it. That's enough successes there that you guys have set up the ambush. All right. So, who all's doing the ranged attacks? I know Theo and John and Foreign. Okay. So you three are kind of like, because this tunnel turns a little bit to where the beast is sleeping, and it's a little bit wider in this area. It looks like he's kind of dug himself out a bit more, like a little cove to sit. And you can see there's like a bit of a opening that's just barely big enough for people to go through on the other side of him. That seems to join up with the rest of the track. So it looks like this is the half that the pharmacy was responsible for digging. So the three of you, you're able to kind of sit up and get your shots ready right at the mouth of where it expands for his little cove. And then Zerl and Genevieve, you guys are moving in to like pounce on him. Is that
We're
what I'm hearing?
A trap within a trap. They're all going to shoot, and as it charges at them, we'll leap out and punch it in its drill dick.
All right.
Right in the butt.
Okay.
In the butt. I have a blunderbuss for that butt.
I got a cleaver.
Awesome.
I'm going to give a new crack to that ass.
We're gonna do the three. We're gonna do 3 range attacks from Galvan, Theo, and Devoran. Or Galvin. I didn't say that right. Yeah. If you guys want to roll those, and you can roll it with mastery because you've set up this ambush. So this will be kill Warren with mastery.
Ah.
Take it.
That's success. And then Theo.
Just get this. that up.
Mhm.
Oh no. 4 dice and I
rerolls.
can't get one.
We do have rerolls.
We do have rerolls.
We got rerolls. We got some of those fuckers left. How many do we got left? We got 6 left. You want to take one?
Okay. Yep. And is it standard? Sorry. Just double check.
Yeah, standard. Yep.
Let's try this one more time.
Oh,
There you go.
Hey.
Success. All right. So 3 of you roll your guys' damage on your weapons.
Ugh. Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yay, and also no, because now I get to roll a d6 of stress.
Oh shit.
Supply stress because it's
what is that?
expensive.
The fucking
Max
brutal
damage.
or whatever it
It's
is.
Expensive.
Ah.
And when you roll max damage on it, deals supply stress to them. Yeah.
Three's not horrible.
Yeah.
You got any protection?
Okay.
Yep, I got one.
All right. And then Galvin and Jake, do your guys' weapons have piercing?
yes.
No.
Okay. No. Okay. So
Mine
Jake,
does.
My attack is useless.
Mine
you
has
feel
piercing.
like so yeah, and I know yours does, Theo, as well. So say Galvin's fires off first, solid hit into the side. Dan, yours fires off second. You do like a piercing shot through one of its side armor plates, and it seems to just be barely waking up. You hear the drill starting to rev up, and then Jake, with your shot, it just barely is not able to go through. You feel like if it had hit any harder, it would have made it through the armor plate. Like you see a good dent in it, but doesn't cut through. So that's good. 12 damage we'll record there. All right. And with that, it is waking up. So you hear it kind of like let out this roar, and almost the way that like animals do, or like anyone does when they wake up, where you kind of stretch. You see all the tendrils kind of like lengthen all the way out and just and like flutter as it's roaring awake. Drill spins up. It stands up and kind of stamps its feet and turns to spin at you guys and begins running at you.
Catch you later, Bert.
Sets up
Thanks for hanging
Zerl
out.
and
Hey, Bert.
all right. See you, Bert. Zerl and Genevieve. So now you guys are triggering your part of the ambush. So now you get mastery on whatever tests you're doing against it.
I am going to leap out with my goddamn cleaver.
Yep.
And this
Got
is-
my point blank blunderbuss.
All right.
So, what are we rolling here? Skill, domain. Do we get mastery on this? Or
So, yeah, mastery because of this first one. You get mastery on for setting up the ambush.
All right.
So, kill Warren with mastery.
no? All right.
Hey,
I got a critical success.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
Critical duo.
2 critical successes. Okay,
And-
you guys roll your damage.
My shit's got brutal and tiring.
Okay.
All right, 4 damage. I'll take it.
How does
Or for
tiring
me as
work
well.
if you're already doing a D4?
It's a d6 on damage. And the way tiring works is if I roll the minimum, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it's if you
Oh, if I
miss.
fail. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I fail, it reduces the
The effective die
yeah,
size.
It's die size by 1.
okay.
But I got a 4.
Okay.
I'm good.
Cool.
Great.
All right, and those are both criticals. So you, do either of you have piercing
No.
on your weapons? Okay. So 2 of you are dealing 8 damage. You feel a little bit of that is shaved off as it's kind of like, Chuck, you feel like it's a little bit hard for your cleaver to clear through initially.
All right.
But then you get a good solid slice through after you break through its armor. And then Genevieve, so you have like a blunderbuss, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like a few shots kind of like pinged off, but then a solid like dent is cut through one of its armor plates. Then with that, that's another 12 damage.
Nice.
And that's fun because this thing has 2 stages, and you
Oh,
made it
shit.
through the
It isn't even its
First
final
stage.
form.
no. All right. So it starts charging at you guys. It kind of gets distracted here as you shoot it in the back. Like it was charging towards the three of you that did your first shots. But then it just kind of rears up after it gets hit in the back with the cleaver and the blunderbuss. And it lets out this like deafening kind of roar. Seems to be in a lot of pain with that. And a few of its armor plates have been knocked off. And as it rears up and drops back down onto its feet, kind of seems to not be looking directly at any of you. And starts bashing its head into the ground, and it's screaming out in pain. And starts wriggling a bit, bashes its head again, thrashes its head into one of the walls. And as it does, it's ripping and stripping these like armor plates that are built into its face, because it's like this big mechanical autonomous beast thing. So also its like face is made out of these armor plates, but it's just kind of stripping them away as it starts bashing its head around. And with one last final like bash, it hits its head into the ground and its skull splits open, and 6 more of these tendrils just pop out of where its head used to be, and they kind of writhe, and now just the drive shaft with the drill is exposed in the center, and now you just have its head is just a drill with these tendrils that look like they're going to try to grab onto people and hold them under.
Never been more aroused and terrified at the same time.
Aroused?
Don't you judge me.
I will on this
I
one,
have
buddy.
been there plenty of times playing wingman on your bar crawls. Don't you fucking judge me.
Beast is now acting very erratically, very skittishly, very aggressively, so attacks on it are risky.
All right. While this is happening, Decidius Cyborg, thank you for hanging out. We'll catch you later. Anyway, while this is happening, I am going to activate not my final form either by activating my chimeric strain and going super Zerl.
Okay.
I do take D4 stress in Echo.
Okay.
The butter melts and becomes
You do
more
such?
glistening.
Yeah.
I take 1 point Echo,
Just one. That's not bad.
and I gotta roll a D12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, mark that stress. And you shift. Your stitches bulge a little bit,
yeah.
but they're holding in.
What does it say? I don't even remember what the words are. What the
So you're like growing in size and
muscles,
stuff, right?
crackling skin, twisting tendons, fucking
Yeah.
butter everywhere. And I've got a new ability. Not only do I grow giant claws, I also grow giant horns now too.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So with that, yeah, now Beast is enraged. It's just got a single like spearing drive shaft of a drill on its head with these tendrils wrapped out. Some of its armor plates are missing all over its body too. Just all just like these sharp tendrils kind of whipping around. Is risky to attack. Who wants to go at it?
I'll go at it.
Shoot again.
Yeah. Go ahead and shoot, Theo.
Yep.
I assume we don't
Then
have our mastery anymore.
You do not. Not
Okay.
unless there's some other effect that you've got going on. But yeah, the mastery is just for that first. You have mastery if you guys are trying to do the like stink things, because that spell is still technically going. So if you have some way to inflict stress on it with sneak type tests, then that no mastery. And then this is a kill, Warren, risky.
Okay. Ooh, that's not bad.
Success at a cost. Okay. Roll your stress. It's a d6 against you. And then this is blood as it's kind of whipping around. And some of these tendrils kind of like reach pretty far out of its body and whip at people as it's being attacked. So one of these tendrils like smacks into you and cuts pretty deep.
Do you have one
doing
blood
d6
protection for
blood.
me?
Okay, that's good because that means I only take 3. Which isn't too bad.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll roll that stress or that fallout real quick.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Good
Ooh.
God.
Oh, because it's my total stresses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your total stress on blood?
It's 3.
What did you roll? Oh, because it
I
rolls
wonder if
fucking
it.
high.
Wonder if it added all 6 of that.
It should, yeah.
Do you have the one? Do you have the one protection from Galvin added? Like, do you have the right amount of stress on your sheet?
I have
for
the
that?
right amount of stress on my sheet.
Well, what I think Joe is saying here is Sir Galvin offers you 1 point, which would reduce your total stress total to 8 instead of 9, which would downgrade that to a minor fallout.
My total fallout my total fallout would be 9 though.
Yeah, but you had 1 point of blood stress protection from Sir Galvin in addition to your regular.
I counted that when I
fuck.
picked the boxes.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So my total stress is 9.
Don't worry, if you die,
Okay.
I'll eat you, so that way you'll always be with me. Until I
Stress is
poop.
oh, it's because the supply. Yeah. You have a lot of supply stress. Okay.
No, I've been trying to get supply stress.
Yeah. Do you
But
got
of course
to
I've
be dealing with taking a supply stress fallout?
I do, and now I got a fallout.
Do you have a way of... Was one of your things that you're able to like move other types of stress to...
I can move it to fortune.
To fortune. Okay.
Is it all or nothing? Or some?
It's all of it. Well, when I take it, I can move it.
Could I bellow an order to remove 1d4 blood or mind stress from a nearby ally? So
Good.
what's your situation? Okay. I'm like, get down!
Yeah, I'll let you
What are you
interject on
drinking,
that.
Dan?
Some very old sake that I had in the fridge.
Nice.
You can reduce
Oh, nice.
stress
That
by
is
4.
all the blood.
Yes.
Okay. That'll prevent it. Yeah.
All right. Now I get to try and take some supply stress.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't.
All right.
5 damage.
I don't know how I'm going to get this minor fallout at this point.
You're hitting all or
Yeah.
nothing, man.
Right?
Right. You'll have to like... I mean, you could go to like Next Haven and you could heal some of your supply stress and then like gamble by taking stress or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll say that. Something like that.
You
Or
gamble,
burn
I'll
it
back you
for
up.
whatever reason.
That way, in case the card sharks come, I'll punch them in the face.
Yeah.
Just be careful they don't nibble on your hands.
But I like that.
And there'll be other things coming up that'll potentially let you get rid of supply stress or get more. All right, 5 damage from that. There we go. So yeah, and then it lashed out with this tendril, but Galvin's able to put up a shield and block it from it, so it doesn't make contact. So.
Awesome.
Well, the shooter
Alrighty.
shot.
Who wants to go next? It's still up, still roaring. It looks pretty hurt, but it's still very lethal.
I see an opening.
Do
I
it.
see an opening.
Do it.
All right.
Infest it with the bees. Wait.
Again, this is kill, Warren, risky.
All right, here we go.
When you're doing a kill test.
Failure.
Failure.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So, Jake Hirelo.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. All right.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Oh wait, I had the opening. I'm sorry.
What were you attacking with?
I was attacking with my hive tool.
Okay. That's kind of like a pickaxey like thingy.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I imagine. It's like
a
a little ice
manual
pick.
construction deal.
Okay. All right. So you run up on it and you try to like whack it in the back, and you kind of swing and it just barely glazes like one of its armor plates at the back. It doesn't do any damage, and it whips around and its tendrils open up and latch into you, and it begins to pull you down onto its drill. So roll that as a D8 blood stress.
While you're rolling that, what up, Oak? I missed your message earlier. Better late than never, that is true. How's it going? God damn, more Autobots.
I know. They're definitely not bots. They can't be bots. Oh, they're bots.
I think
There's another one. God damn.
you get at least one of that reduced from Galvin, I believe.
Yep.
So,
All right.
I don't know if you have any other blood protection.
Nope.
Okay, so 3 blood stress then. As it doesn't quite connect with you too much, I guess roll your fallout on that.
No
Yeah,
fault.
no fallout. So it pinces, it like tries to pull you onto the drill, but it doesn't quite fully get it, and releases you. So you take more damage from the pincers going onto you. Someone else making an attack.
If all the ranged people have gone and done their thing, Genevieve, you better get your swing in here, because I'm super fucking Zerl, and I'm gonna claw at this thing's booty cheeks like it's going out of style.
I was gonna say, let me take another shot at it. So it'd be a kill Lauren,
Okay.
and it's risky.
It is risky. Yep.
Crit failure. Whoo, buddy.
Do better.
Yeah.
Do a lot better.
Ooh, that hurts.
Oh wait, one thing, Jake, I forgot the drill is piercing, so that protection wouldn't matter. So you should have one more than that, but that's fine. You rolled like way higher than so it wouldn't have mattered. Critical failure. It's going to do the same attack on you, where now it spins to you, tries to grab you with the tendrils, and then
Oh shit,
just
it's like a
pull
fucking
you
unicorn.
over its drill. So roll that D8 of stress.
D8 for stress. Oh,
D8
lordy.
blood. And then it's ×2 because it already did the ×2, and it's piercing, so you don't get any protection. So
That's a lot of stress.
Ow. Okay.
minor fallout though.
Ooh.
All right, minor blood fallout. Let's see what you get. Furious.
You're hurt. Short-tempered.
You're
Go ahead. Someone else read it.
You're hurt, short-tempered, and perceive slights everywhere. You cannot help another character by adding a dice to their roll.
Ongoing. Okay.
Fun.
So a pretty minor one. Yeah, so it pulls you on. It does a ton of damage. It is a minor fallout, so you get to clear all of your blood stress. And it drops you. Again, it misses like the main shaft of that drill. It's kind of erratic, kind of moving around a lot still, getting pinged by everybody else. So it's not able to fully connect. And as the tendrils kind of pull you past the drill, they release and drop you again. Oh. All right. Who's going next? Still up?
I'll go.
Yeah.
All right.
I am going to just kind of at will kick on my steam, which
Okay.
will reduce damage by 1 die type. But then I want to try to jump and since it spun around from us to face those that were attacking from the rear, I want to try to get on its back and get up by that drill, and I want to hammer on it with the shield. I'm trying to bend the shaft down.
Okay. Yeah. It's still going to be a kill. I'll let you say that it's technology because you're just specifically going after a technological aspect of it.
Okay.
So kill, technology, risky.
And risky, you said?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Success at a cost. Okay.
Oh, because it was
So
risky.
roll that damage. Yeah.
And it's D6.
So this is your damage of this would be D6 against you. but it'll be a D4 because you have your steam. Or does it not? It's for everyone in the area, right?
Yeah, it's everyone all allies, myself and all allies in the area.
Okay, so yeah, D4 blood stress against you.
Okay.
That's one of the tendrils like poke at you.
Sure.
All right.
But shouldn't be any. Yeah. All right, and then my damage. Derp. The shield.
That should have been piercing against you. So I forgot to mention that for that 3 damage.
Okay.
So
that's fine. I can adjust it.
Yeah.
Do you need me to roll Fallout again, or?
Yeah, roll the Fallout now with that.
All right. What's the die for? How can I roll the Fallout? Oh, roll Fallout. Here it is. Still no Fallout.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Almost. I know. I am too. So, all right. And then, so this is D6. You said it's not piercing?
Correct.
Okay. So 6 goes on there. I feel it's not super effective. Like you are still able to do some damage there.
Yep.
So it's still up, but it is like leaking oil and other just like kind of mechanical fluids from it. It's looking pretty bad.
Split them cheeks into 4 rather than 2.
Okay.
So I've got my Super Saiyan
Hamburger style.
Angry style. All right. So is this still risky?
Yes.
All right. I got it. And I'm going to do kill, and this is Warren. All right.
Yep.
I swing hard. Success.
Okay.
And
roll
with
your damage.
My new upgraded version of my fucking weird form. 7 points of damage. That is piercing and brutal.
Ooh. Okay.
So yeah, we're going with 7 piercing. It's weird, but I didn't roll max, so weird doesn't come into play.
Is exactly its health that I had left. It was at 33. You need to get to 40. So with
Wait,
that,
did I do it?
you
Good job.
you deal the killing blow.
Nice.
Describe how you're rending this thing.
I come up. I've got my claws. I see that big drill beast booty cheek. I do some head math, and I'm like, all right, it goes that way, so we're gonna go this way, and I go in double claw, top to bottom, and I just rip its spine out the top of its back.
All right. You do so. You pull it up, and it's kind of like when you're pulling past stitching as it catches these armor plates every so often. Just pop, 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 pop.
Makes a cool
and
zipper
with that,
noise.
you hear the engine start to rev up a lot. Like you feel some of the gears kind of got disconnected from the drive shaft. So it's kind of like when you're revving an engine in neutral. It's just Galvin, you see that the drive shaft of this is like bent and it's just completely not spinning anymore. And now like the bent drill head is kind of like moving around like that.
All right.
And
time to get off.
The beast starts to like kind of collapse, and it's now just an ugly, deformed pile of all sorts of metal bits and these weird, like fleshy technology tendril things.
Nice.
Cyril, don't eat this one. Don't eat this one.
You know what? Fuck you. And I leap into it and I start eating some of the juicy innards.
Yep.
That's what I like to hear.
It's like a weird mix of like flesh. You can tell it used to be like meat at some point, but there's been all this like kind of metallic fiber woven into all of it.
It's like a Dorito of a rhino.
It is.
A little bit. Yeah.
It is. Oh, snap. Eddie, what's up? Welcome to the show.
What a mess.
What's up, Eddie? But all right. Yeah, so you're able to eat it. It's not super unpleasant for you, at least. For anyone else, maybe. It's
I'll take it.
probably better than the table.
It is.
Yeah.
Mostly. It's like eating neck bones. You got to get the connective tissue between everything.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
All right. But with that, it is dead. So if you go to loot it, you're able to get a D8 of, like, these are the two pieces of loot. So there's a D8 of technology scraps, a D6 of armor plating, and then a D8 drill lance, which you can use as a weapon.
All right. There's 3 and 5. There's 3 of them and 5 of us. As much as I would like to take something, I also know that I am the most likely to eat it before it becomes useful.
And the other tags on the D8 drill lance, so it's D8 drill lance, technology is its domain tag, and then it has tiring and piercing.
I'd also like to say the one of us who most deserves a fucking lance-like weapon is the Vermisian Knight.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could.
I would
Nab
vote
that.
for that. I would
Go
vote
for
for
it.
that entirely.
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of like hold on to one of the back. There's like kind of this bit around the drive shaft that you're able to grab that without it spinning into your hand, and it's just got this like big conical drill head at the top that's all barbed up, and it's kind of meant for digging through stone, but just about anything else too.
You should call that your daddy lance. No, okay.
And
No.
No.
No, all right, that's
I'd say,
fine.
and with it, you're not going to have any like extra effect of this, but with it like being Vermisian tech, you can kind of hook it into your armor so that it still does like the spinning.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
I would like to spend a few minutes with this remains of flesh and bits of steel and see if I can make a crude metal flower out of it.
Sure.
All
I
right.
don't see why not.
Devorin,
Could I examine that lance for a moment? Yes?
I made this for you. I hold up this crude metal flower.
That's,
And then I throw it and
Wow.
flip you the bird. Suck it, B-boy.
And Genevieve in the distance is just like, yes, Earl, yeah.
I'm going to sting all of you, and you're going to like it. It's going to be great.
Yeah. What were you saying there, Devorin, about the lance?
Could I examine the lance and see if I could cobble together some parts to build my own out of the remains still there?
Sure. Is there a particular ability that you're firing off for this?
No, just examining the tech and seeing if there's like enough bits and pieces that I could use to make most of one of those.
There is more of that drive shaft. It looks like that drive shaft kind of went all the way through its body, so there's more of that. But there was only like one drill head on it.
Oh.
So you wouldn't be able to get another drill head for that, but you could get like another kind of like spinning something.
I could get a spinning mechanism and then add a drill head later.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll harvest the stuff to do that.
Sure. Absolutely. And then I'd say too, like you'd probably would be able to get it to the point where like your bees would be able to finish the job with that one ability you've got.
Yeah. Although I might actually get an actual metal drill head or something. Just something.
Mhm.
I'll
Yeah,
think of something.
if you got the drill head, I mean, like you would be able to
Yeah.
get it to that point.
I'll just
And
add,
then
some,
maybe another one here.
I'll add some
Uh,
drill fixins to my resources.
As Chuck, I'd like to derail for just a moment because of something Eddie said in chat. Not enough people can appreciate a good thin crust pepperoni pizza dipped in chocolate pudding. Just putting it out there. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. Oh, my wife just
I'm
yelled
on
at me for
Ashley's
that.
side of this one.
I think enough people can appreciate it.
It's fucking delicious. Anyway,
Yeah.
continue. I'm sorry.
I think the exact number of people that should appreciate that already do.
That is such a fucking highbrow insult, Joe. It's fucking rude.
But all right, so with that, you guys have cleared out the beast. It's dead. There's like the little bit left. There's enough like through that's You can see like it kind of gouged into the wall enough that there's light on the other side. You see where the rest of the hallway was, and there is actual like light coming through the other half of the tunnel.
I got it. The metal flower. I'll attach it to my new drill.
Hey, that was meant as an insult, not as a fucking hood ornament.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Do all of your bees flip me off?
No, but I can do it for them.
Okay.
They communicate mostly through vibrations. They don't have.
He can see the vibrations. They need to vibrate them. The fingers.
He can feel it through his toes.
I've heard that bees dance.
They do quite marvelously, especially when the queens. Well, that's very boring.
Ooh,
Someone like you. But anyway, yes, I'll have a mechanical flower-headed spear.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of just like this serrated metal edge almost that you're able to file it down to eventually.
Yeah.
Wildly dangerous weapon.
Yeah.
If I just swing it like a bat, then it'll come through like a saw. Like zzz.
All right. We'll say that that's got the same stats there. This one won't be piercing, so it'll be like it'll still be a D8 tiring. But you've got like flower lance or whatever you want to call it, technology domain.
Oh, and you gifted it to Oak. Fantastic. Thank you.
And if you want to spend, like you could said, your bees could like do that. So if you can either do a mend test to have it usable now, or you can just have your bees like work on it so it's usable by the end of the session.
Yeah, I'll just have them work on it for the time being.
Yeah. Alrighty. So with that, yeah, you guys are able to reconnect up with the last bit of the, or like the second half of this tunnel. And this part has actually been lit, and this tunnel is much more expertly drilled. Like this is the half that was done by the Vermissian Order, and it looks a lot nicer. All of the spacing of all the ties on the like railroad line are even. All like it just looks like everything's been done to whatever code they follow.
Done by professionals.
Yeah, it's done by people that do that a lot, it seems like. And the other side looks like it'll match up well enough, but it's definitely like more of a rush job type feel that you get. Yeah, you're able to continue on your way. If someone wants to do their D4 against the delve.
Not me.
This counts as establishing a connection, so the rest of the delve's stress is reduced by quite a lot.
I would like to roll a d4 for a delve.
All right.
Psych.
Listen, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed in you, but I will thank it.
But
Not
yeah.
quite enough.
No.
So,
Out of that
not
loud.
quite enough to finish it, but so as you guys continue on your way, it's pretty uneventful for the most part as you're traveling down this. And because this section of the tunnel is lit, you don't really notice this at first, but you almost completely walk past a door that's just kind of in the side of this hallway. It's also got like a little bit of light coming through. It's like a really thick steel bolted door. It's got this kind of frosted glass window. You do see a light on the other side of it. It's like the first different thing you've seen. Like it's been a pretty uniform tunnel for the most part this whole way. Here and there, like there's light that's burnt out. Looks like they haven't been in the tunnel for a while because they've been waiting for the other side to be dug out. But yeah, you guys notice this bolted door on the side.
Go up and knock on it.
All right, you knock. It's kind of like this really echoous thud, and you hear it just echo down the hallway on either side. And after a little bit, you hear a kind of a startled voice on the other side, like, "Who is it?"
We're here from the other side of the tunnel. We got rid of the monster thing, the drill.
And then with that, he like creaks the door open a little bit. And he's like, "Oh, you killed the drill beast thingy?"
We killed the drill beast thingy.
We did.
Oh, he's been a pain in the butt. He's been so loud. It's been hard to sleep. Thank you. Which way were you heading? Back to the pharmacy or up to the grip?
Up to grip.
Maybe one and then
okay.
the other.
It's like, well, I don't get company down here very often. If you guys want to stay for a little bit, I've got tea. I've got some card games.
I would love to play
flings his door all the way open.
with you.
He seems very excited, and you see it's like this really old kind of hunched man. One of his hands is like almost broken, and it kind of healed weird, and it seems like only his fingers really move. And he's wearing clothing that kind of resembles the Vermissian Order, but it's kind of like an older version of that. As he invites you in, this will function as a haunt. If anyone wants to trade with him, he can exchange for supplies, and he says he does a bit of doctoring, so he can do some blood stress as well.
Does he gamble?
So you're saying that this is a haunt, not a haven?
Yes.
All right. He's fine.
So I can attempt to
No.
I know why you're asking
Would
that.
he like to trade for some random crab bits?
I guess this technically would be a haven in a way because it's safe. But he explains, yeah, he's willing to trade almost anything. He won't trade cursed. That's about it. Anything else he's kind of fine with. And he trades it for, he says he'll also exchange for currency. He's got like a stack of just Vermissian currency in his side room. He's like, I'm paid to be here. It's not very much, but I've been here a long time. I'm Gudo, one of the Watchers. Down here in the halls, everything kind of shifts around, and it might go through a hallway one time and you come back and it's not really how you remembered it because everything's shifting and changing and turning. So my job is to stay here and watch it so it doesn't do that. And it's better than prison, so I'll take it. So.
A lot of things are better than prison.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Especially down here.
Crab bits that I'd trade you for a bit of, if you got some technology bits laying around.
Oh, yes. He's just got like all of this random junk in here. And as you kind of go farther into his house, he's got all this, it's not super neat and orderly, but it's like movable. And he's got all sorts of like these sketches. Some are on paper, some are on the walls of just the surrounding area. And it seems to be mapped out, but only in a way that he really understands. And it looks like he's just been doing his best to remember as much of the area as possible so that he's trying to be like a sentient mind to hold it all down so it doesn't move. But yeah, he'll exchange with any like technology scrap. He's got about a D8 of stock of that.
Okay. I've only got a D4 of crab bits, but I'll exchange with him.
Yeah. And so I'll be able to do that for just a D4 of like miscellaneous technology scrap. All right. Chuck, this does count as, I'll say this counts as a haven in terms of what you need to do.
Would I consider this man an important or influential figure?
He's the most important person in this haven. He's the only one.
Hey there, buddy.
Is this? It's a minor, right? But
Yeah.
It's a minor beat. Okay. Yeah.
Hey there, buddy. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Is there anything you need?
I don't have company too often.
Anything I can help you with? If you haven't had company with, I know you said you got cards. Any card games you're dying to play?
Well, yeah. And
please tell me it's
I'm missing cards from a few of them, but it's enough that it'll work.
Would I be able to make a supplies test to see if I happen to have the cards that he's missing, or take supply stress? I don't know how it works.
Yeah,
perhaps I can help him look for cards too, because maybe we're doing the same thing.
I think we are helping an important or influential figure in a haven.
Oh, I'm trying to take minor supplies fallout. So maybe I can look for the cards for
yeah,
you.
you should do
I'm
that.
gonna help you
Yeah.
roll that shit, and I assist.
Okay.
Dan, roll potato and Haven.
Potato and Haven. I can't find potato for some reason.
Fucking Christ, it's April's fault.
Wasn't there supposed to be a cache on the
everything.
other side too?
What was
Oh,
that?
yeah,
Oh,
there
that's
was.
closer to Grip Station. I know what
okay.
you're talking about.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I haven't removed myself as GM on this table yet, and if you all could see Grip Station, you would be impressed by how much of a butthole it looks like.
What should the skill be for this, Joe?
You're just burning 1 supply stress to have the card. Unless you want, I think you can do it as a.
Oh, okay. I need to burn more than 1 supply stress. I need to find 2 cards.
I guess you can burn as much as you want. If you
I'm
want like a
helping.
brand new deck of cards too, like do that.
Brand new deck of cards with bees and bikinis.
How much are you needing to burn?
Bikinis.
I just need to take a point of supply stress so I can roll fallout.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you do that.
Hooray! It's a major fallout instead. Can we just count that as
You
taking?
could re-roll.
We got banked rear.
We do have banged rolls.
I feel like getting a major should count good enough for a minor.
It's a
It's
joke.
even stronger.
I'll say either you could re-roll. I mean, I guess I'll let you do that though. I'll let you use re-roll on that fallout if you don't want to take a
Alright.
major.
All right.
Oh,
No, now I
God
don't have
dang
any
it.
fallout.
If you take a major, I'll count it as the minor. That's fine.
Okay, good enough.
God damn
We'll do it.
I'm putting the reroll back then.
Put it back.
Does that count as me helping? That's his fallout. He was looking for shit, and I was
That
just
was his
making it
fallout.
difficult.
You ripped my bag.
God damn it! I know you've got it here. Give me your pockets, and I just
found
rip
the
your pockets
cards.
off your pants.
But didn't pull his pants off, so that's
I
good.
didn't. I just grabbed the pockets and I ripped.
just got
Pull
those
part of his
exposed
pants.
cheeks. Just
Right? Look
Sure.
at them
I'll,
pasty hams.
I got an idea. So
Nature's pocket? What?
he's like, well, he got me the cards, but you look like a burly man.
Look at these nipples.
I
They're
like-
butter covered. What can I help you with?
That's not what I was looking at, but
Don't lie.
there is occasionally from time to time when I'm allowed to leave my shift. You know, I get to clock out once every 3 months. And I'll make my way up to the grip station, and there's quite a few things up there that in the underground that we kind of have fun betting on. You look like a better fighter than most of the people that go up there.
Yeah.
How
I
about
don't know what you
I
said,
bet
but
on you
fuck
to
yeah.
how about I bet on you to win a brawl?
Fuck yes. That will get me. That makes my heart beat twice, if you get my meaning. Oh, thanks for
Sorry.
hanging out. Have fun with your game. We'll
Do
catch
that.
you later.
And he checks. There's like a bunch of weird looking clocks in his house. He's like kind of adding up. He's like, it's only a little bit early. I'm sure they won't be too upset.
Just point me
Yeah,
in the
let's-
direction.
I'll follow you up. We'll do there's a little bit of a fighting ring down in the bottom of Grip Station from time to
I
time.
like it. It looks like a butthole.
And yeah, I'll bet on you if you win.
All right.
Hey, we'll split it.
All right. Split them cheeks. Let's do this.
Cyril, I have a
Split-
fantastic
split-
idea.
I'm listening.
What if I challenge you in the arena, and then you
I can just beat
me
the shit
up?
out of you.
Absolutely, it'll work perfectly.
All right. This is my challenger. His name is Devorin, and he's the bee's knees.
I don't trust it.
Oh, are you two already in the fighting ring?
Yes. Don't ask any more questions about that.
I float like a bee and sting like a bee.
That's true. And if you're a wasp, his bees will surround you and heat your body temperature up to 114 degrees. So you'll die.
How do you know this?
I
Science.
watch Discovery Channel up in Spire.
Ah, yes.
They
We
really
get all
do
the
have
cable
everything.
channels. I'm waiting until like they do the documentaries with like the ladies without shirts.
The real question is, what will my supplies fallout be?
Oh, right. I need to do that.
I ripped your pants.
Supplies fallout.
God,
Roll.
can't remember the ripped pants SpongeBob song, unfortunately.
Who lives in
Spoiled.
some ripped pants under the sea? SpongeBob exposing everyone. That's how it goes. Jake, don't you judge me. I saw that look.
I judge everyone.
Jake's
equally.
coming to my house on Sunday. It's fine.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be.
Kick his ass,
Spoiled. A resource you are carrying is destroyed and it degrades into uselessness. It is revealed to be fake, breaks into your pack, or scatters to the ground. Remove it from your possessions. Immediate. So, one particular resource that you have in your possession, Dan.
Should I roll against equipment and resources, or just resources?
So it says resource.
Okay.
So we'll let you just do resource. You can pick one, or we can roll either way.
Trying to think of what's going to be. I think I might have some things miscategorized, but
because the dog tag, yeah, a few of those are in there. They're all a D4 though, so pretty much the only thing you have that's equipment are the night vision goggles and the rifle.
yeah. So
Pretty much everything else is just a resource.
I'll roll a D6.
You can do it. Don't
Okay.
lose your rifle.
I lost my miscellaneous technology bits.
I thought Joe was
the food
panicked.
drained
He's
out.
just wiping his nose. It's fine.
Yeah, no.
I'll fix this.
All right.
April, quiet down. We're playing a game.
Oh my god, oh.
The fuck was that?
I got startled. What else can I say?
It's the last
All right,
time I let one
so-
of my kids play a fucking game with me.
That's a pretty
From up.
luckily you don't have too many resources on yourself that was not more brutal. So
Yeah.
clear that. Could have been a lot worse. And yeah, you can count that as a minor. Like
A minor.
I wish it said major, like or like minor or worse.
doesn't.
You know,
It's a master.
it doesn't. Yeah.
It's like a room full of orphans.
So yeah, he
Don't
says, "Yeah, I can follow you guys up. It's almost time for my break. If you want to enter that ring,
I'm in.
and I suppose your friend can too.
on. Devorin.
Yeah.
Flies versus bees. Battle of the
I've
butter.
been looking foreign
Foreign.
forward
I'm
forward
French.
to
Oui,
this.
oui.
Yes. I'll kick your ass.
Is that what the fight's going to be?
That's
Is
Italian,
literally
you
just
jerk.
your flying versus bees?
That's it. That's it.
Oh.
They just
All right.
stand there and
Croissant.
stare at each other.
So let's go through so
Listen,
far.
anyone
I'm
watching
giving my
this, it's
dudes
fine that
one
we're making
command.
fun of the
I get-
Make
French.
sure
We're
I
American.
don't die.
And you got that. April, that counted towards your establish a connection.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
And then we make it to Grip Station. So you guys, Grip Station, it's got all of these kind of rail train paths that converge. And as you guys are leaving this tunnel, it opens up and you're walking along the train like railway, and it's just kind of over this open cavern. And you guys have actually been down there before. Earlier on your last delve, you guys were going through where all of the crystals hanging above you now fall down and tumble and kind of break apart into dust. So now you're walking where these crystals are growing from the ceiling. And you just see this giant open, almost like the inside of a geode type space of all these gigantic purple crystals. They're all kind of like loosely swaying to out from like this slight draft of a wind that's going through. You hear them kind of clinking together from time to time. Every so often in the distance, you'll see one like catch light as it's dropping and tumbling and breaking apart into the night. And then you see There's like a few other trains that are going into the station. There's several of these railways that kind of converge, but all the trains are moving extremely slowly because they can't move fast enough to shake the tracks in any way and cause anything to fall down. So it's extremely underwhelming, pretty quiet sound for a train station. But and then above the train station on some risers is this big kind of like haven suspended above it. See, it's got all sorts of like buildings and temples and things built into it. See, there's like a little bit of a few like residential-ish districts and all sorts of shops and businesses and things. And then kind of down by the docks is the area that you believe this Kudo guy was talking about, where it's kind of like underground. It's where people exchange goods off of the trains. And then there's also like their own little kind of fighting ring. There's some gambling stuff there that you can do. All sorts of just not officially sponsored activities go down here.
So, I'd like to point out that there is a Thomas and Friends song called Down by the Docks.
Okay.
Continue.
And you are down by the docks, I guess. I don't know if you call them docks for trains, but for the trains dock, we'll say that.
Not a bond, shit.
But Kudo very eagerly like escorts you guys over. It's like, oh, here you could sign up here, and there's like a little board where you're able to write your names. And there's like a fighting schedule.
On this.
How do you spell it?
I don't know.
SHITHEAT.
Okay. She's very crudely starts trying to sound out Zerl's name, so it's like a ZHUOHRL. Zerl.
I think there's a J.
All right.
Shit.
That works.
She just tacks it on. Like there's a dash and then a J at the end.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then for time's sake, and you guys put your names next to each other on the fighting schedule, right? Like your opponents of each other?
Yeah.
All right. So bets get locked in. Is anyone else betting on this fight?
No.
You were planning on PvP, right, Joe?
No, not necessarily.
How's that working hard?
Genevieve is 100% betting on Zerl.
Although,
Yeah, I'm definitely bringing
has
everybody
to.
in to be like, everybody, bet on Zerl.
I will say one of you needs to make a compel Haven test to kind of conceal the fact. Well, I think compel would be there might be a different one that works better.
I'm just gonna put it out there. And Devor,
yeah, compel.
No, compel Haven. Fuck that
compel
shit.
Haven. So make a
Why do we
compel
have to
Haven test to
To trick people into that we don't know each other,
yeah.
so they don't know it's a rigged fight.
Okay.
And I'll say too, if someone else is like in the party trying to drum up this like and assist with that, you can absolutely have someone else add their die in.
Could I activate just for a very brief time my apis ambulation ability? I'm just going to have my bees control my body for a while,
Okay.
so that I am not speaking as me.
All right.
Would that in any way help with my role?
Got Raiders.
Does it change like your appearance or anything?
Not my appearance, but my personality. They perform actions on my behalf, but the bees speak for me.
Nice.
Okay.
Real quick, Featherfall Tabletop. Thanks for that raid. That's fantastic. Welcome to
Sure.
the thing.
I'll say
Last time I was on your channel was when it was still called Dadbot, so it's been forever. Thanks for hanging out.
oh wow. That's
Yeah.
who that is. Okay. Nice. But yeah, I'll say you can do mastery on it with that.
Alrighty.
I feel Genevieve would be a good one for
boy.
Wow.
instigating some
critical
trouble between
success.
the two.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
already
critical
betting on
success.
Zerl.
Nobody thinks you guys nobody saw you guys walk into town together. They've not really been paying attention that closely. Everyone thinks you guys are just two random opponents and you happen to be placed together. They didn't see that both of your names were written down by the same person. Like
nobody hates you here. So
all the things people could have picked up on, they don't. Everyone thinks this is just a regular, standard, good old fight. And the betting's kind of split because, normally, Zerl, your build would inspire a lot of courage that people would want to bet on you.
Look how shiny my pecs are.
Look how buttery smooth. Yeah.
Be able to land
there's a little bit of crowd problems with that type of thing. And then also, Devoran's like got this air about him where not many of his kind are too familiar. Like, most people aren't really familiar with who he is or what he does. Like, they're not a super common type to run into.
It's like that super aloof fighter in Devoran versus that very imposing fighter in Zerl. Like, very much like Bruce Lee versus Dolph Lundgren.
A little bit.
Joe, you don't know those names. Don't lie.
Is Dolph the guy from the Rocky movie?
Yeah.
That is the guy.
Yeah. Good job.
You did.
That's the only thing I know him from.
Okay.
But wow. I got a reference.
You got it.
The guy with the mohawk.
So you guys are
Rocky
able
III.
to
You got it.
Reference.
You guys wait for your time slot pops up. There's kind of like this. It's not like a full-on cage, but there's kind of like these little fence things that are put up. So there's a very like clear, definite fighting area, and there's like tape in the ground too on where spectators are allowed to step. You guys both enter the ring. It's PvP. How do you guys want to do it? Like, roll whatever tests you want, I guess, against each other.
All right, Devoran. Now that we're here in the ring, we got to clarify which one of us is the heel, which one's the face. I punch him in the face.
Kill Haven.
I want to spend one of our bonuses to give me mastery. Shit.
Oh,
Lollygaggers, you showed up just in time for Jake and I going into PvP.
Make sure you beat the shit out of him, I guess.
Absolutely.
pro wrestling again.
Woo! You got this! Woo, Zerl! Yeah, you're the best!
Go Devoran.
Fuck, I fail!
Wow.
Oh, his bees defeat me!
There's rerolls.
How'd you fuck up that bad?
I use a reroll. Fuck that.
You're using your flies. That's the issue. You're not actually fighting.
Bees are superior to flies.
Your hand was too buttery, so when you punched him, it just slid right off.
Slid off his waxy exterior.
Zerl, I'm so sorry. I forgot to turn the bees off.
So much butter.
Try again.
Turn the bees off, and they all just stop buzzing and fall to the ground. It's like, oh god, they're dead.
Okay. It didn't roll. God damn it. Roll, you
Bees
son of
have
a
a natural
biscuit eater.
attack. Flies don't.
I mean, flies could bite you, but that's not the same.
They have a tongue.
All right.
Hey there,
Roll your-
Lollygaggers.
We're engaging in PvP. Zerl versus Devoran.
Heart.
This
In
is
heart.
piercing for 1 damage.
All right.
I don't know how this is going to go anymore. I regret our decisions, Devoran. I don't like you, but I don't want to hurt you.
No,
One of
it's
you
fine.
eventually is going to have to be
let
like,
go.
oh,
That's one blood.
I am defeated.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. Devoran, it's your turn.
All
Is there
right.
anything you do?
Hit me hard there, B-boy.
There's not necessarily turns in this. Like,
Time to
I would
unleash
like
If
that
this
new
was a
weapon.
spelling bee, I'd be the fly swatter.
I would like to do a compel to pretend like I'm hitting him.
Oh, look at you.
okay.
I
Yeah.
didn't think we
compel
should
Haven.
actually do that.
All right. So, what should the domain for this be?
Haven.
Haven.
Haven. Gotcha.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I kick him in the nuts.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you could either roll it as like the crowd not being convinced, so like some fortune stress, or Chuck, you can just do it as like actually as a bad punch and it's an opening.
Yep. Kick him in the nuts.
All right. So, what's the stress for this station? I think it's only, or I guess it'd be whatever your damage is, Chuck.
I don't know. It's a D4.
D4, right? So yeah, just roll this as a D4 blood.
2. Listen, just tap out whenever you're ready. Like, I don't want to kill you, mostly.
I'll do just that. All right, so roll Fallout. Minor Fallout.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna re-roll that.
Yeah. Let me reflect that in this.
No Fallout. All right. Good.
All right, we got 3 rerolls left.
All right.
Okay.
Now it's time for your attack. Go for it.
With my buttered chest and rippling muscles, I kick him lightly in the gut, and as he lunges forward, I give him a stone cold stunner.
Oh no!
Okay. I see people in the crowd like you can tell who bet on Devoran because they're like clutching their head and like no.
Success at a cost.
All right. Roll that attack and mark that Devoran, and then you're gonna take some mind stress as like bees are swirling you and kind of messing with you there. That'd be Echo. Sorry.
What's the
and this will be
size?
D4. D4 of Echo.
All right. 2 stress. Going to Echo. No fallout.
Right.
Fine.
Okay, I'm going to activate my in the blood ability, and I'm going to take that stress as Echo, as opposed to blood.
What if you just shot one of them? Could you do it quietly?
Are you going to shoot one of us?
I'm going to roll my Fallout.
Just shoot me. Random guy in the audience.
That's a
How
TV
dare
show for the
you.
80s. Another minor fallout.
Major Fallout.
Oh,
This
it's
time
Major
to
Echo Fallout.
Fuck.
Yes.
I'm glad I could help.
All right, Jake. Let's see what this is. Meat. I don't like the sound of that.
Oh
That
my
sounds,
god.
Juicy.
Oh.
everyone is just meat to you, dull, worthless, soulless. Anytime you enter a situation where you must talk to a mundane NPC for an extended period of time, the GM can call for an endure roll. On a failure, take D6 stress. If you are intimate with a mundane NPC, take D10 stress on a failure.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's actually a pretty rough one.
Yeah, I just
rough.
apparently just hate people now.
I don't blame you.
You're done trying to save him.
Yeah, that's
with a
probably one
major
you're gonna wanna
fallout,
heal.
I defeated him.
I'll say that. Yeah.
I mean, I took a stone cold stunner. That's the
You
end
did.
of the match right
You
there.
did. That's the end of it.
Yeah. So he's kind of acting dazed. He's kind of out of it. So he like kind of falls over, passes out a little bit. As he recollects, you get that fallout, and you're a little bit off, maybe after waking up. But yeah, Chuck, you're the winner. And as he like falls over to the side, you hear half the crowd go like, "Damn it!" and the other half like erupt out, and this, yeah, all sorts of
Nice.
fanfare and cheering. You hear that old man scream like, "Yeah, big money!"
I'll lean over, like squat over Devoran like I'm talking mad shit. I'll be like, hey, are you all right?
I'm fine.
That sounds a little more.
I'll
Don't
sit
sit
straight
up. You'll
up.
hit my nats. Let me move first.
Luckily, so this is only triggered by NPCs. Luckily, so
I'm not
yeah,
an
you don't
NPC.
get-
That is great news.
Yeah.
Yet.
So you don't
Not yet.
My
trigger any.
bees are stirred.
Your bees
Yeah.
are fighting my flies.
It's a very fitting one for you, Jake, in a way.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's basically you, but just a little bit more angry.
I'm more concerned about flowers and zero concerned about meat.
So I'll say those check out both of those for you, Chuck.
Nice.
You guys then, as you guys are doing all this, and kudos, he's counting all his like winnings from betting on you. As he's just kind of like passively talking to you, not even making eye contact. He just seems excited about the money he's made. He's like, should you guys be talking to that, missing guy that hired you to do all the connection stuff?
Yeah,
Where can we find him?
And they're like, they're up on the upper levels. They don't ever come down here.
No.
They're probably going to be in the temple. It's not much of a temple. It's more just their kind of headquarters here. But yeah, just go up. And you'll talk to a man named... Where did I write his name down?
His name was Frederick.
Might have been.
Frederick.
I was about
Ramon.
to like I'm just like reaching into my mind for names, and I'm like Frederick Douglass. Like, no, that was a real fucking history person who did good things.
Nope.
So
Says no. There's a man named Ramon up in the Remisian office, and tell him you dispatch the drill beast. He'll know all that's going on there.
Very well.
He'll get your pay, and as you're doing business with you, and he kind of waves the money that he wanted, and he starts hobbling his way back down on the tracks, back to his hovel.
All right.
Nice.
I'll head on up. I don't know if anybody wants to come with me or not.
I'll drag Devoran out of the ring.
All right.
Eventually,
Yep.
I need to get my night vision goggles fixed.
This would be the place to probably get something like that done.
Do that. I think Jake's thing could eventually fix that as well.
Yeah. That too.
I know, but I don't know if I want him buzzing in my ears.
Oops, forgot a few bees in there.
Just trolling around.
Like you see everything, it's just all orange.
Yeah.
Just random bees in my vision.
They're
Yeah.
not night vision anymore. They're just UV, so you can put it makes like blue
They're-
really pop.
Bee vision
Yeah.
instead.
E vision, yeah.
All right. So yeah, you make it up. Ramon talks to you for a bit, and she's like, "Oh, you killed the drill beast.
Yep.
Are looking really." But then he sees that you're holding that like spear from its head.
I actually, since we kind of discussed kind of integrating it into the armor, I've actually put it on like the kind of installed it in a housing on like the right arm, so that it's just kind of like sticks out, and I can like extend it and make it spin up.
All right. He's like, "Oh, okay. You guys don't look as beat up as I expected you to. Didn't lose a few of you, did you?"
Nope. We
Sneak
did
attacks.
rather well.
All right. Wow. Well, that's kind of all we needed. We dug our half. I'm sure the other half is looking just as good. They said they were, making progress as well. And there should just be a little bit left over, and we'll have a new railway established.
It's
And
definitely a tunnel in the biggest sense of the word.
I'll take your word for it. Not particularly fond of working with the pharmacy, but they'll pay good money to tax us on their, or they'll pay good tolls on that rail line, and to use our trains. We could use the cash in other endeavors we're doing, so
All right.
much appreciated.
Not a
And
problem.
he says, I'm not sure how they mentioned you were being compensated, but we do have this supplies cache here, and he points you over to a room. There's kind of like a side of the room that they've got all these kind of random shelves of things. He said, have your fill there. Don't be overly greedy, but it was a great help, and we're going to be making a lot off of the tolls
Sure,
there. So
Sure.
help yourselves.
All right.
Um,
Thank you.
He points you over to the weapons cache, or the supplies cache.
I need someone to put this.
Dan,
Yeah.
you immediately get your eyes on a weapon that stands out to you.
Oh,
And as you go over and start it's like one of the only things that's got like its own spot on the shelf. And it looks like this large kind of lawn rifle gun thing, but you don't really see like where the cartridge goes and all that. You're kind of confused for a bit. As you're looking at it, Ramon comes over. He's like, "Oh, It's like, this take your fancy? It's
Does it work?
Yes. So this is a Vermisian railgun. It fires railroad ties and spikes, so it's a little bit weird to load it. You kind of have to use this thing, and there's like another tool that shows that you shove them in. It's like, it was originally used to put the rails together, but it's a hell of a weapon, especially if you're able to mount it or get it attached to power. It fires on its own batteries, but if you really want some bang for your buck, if you're able to plug it into one of our stations or any sort of power source or generator along the way, well, get an extra kick.
Nice.
Very nice.
We don't really have anyone that needs it here, and it's just sat there collecting dust for a while. As you can see, he kind of like runs his finger along it. And it's like, you can certainly take that.
Nice.
And then anyone here, you can heal supplies stress up to a D6. And you can either take a like miscellaneous D4 supplies like resource of technology or haven, or you can heal a D6 of your supply stress.
You have to give me the stats on that there gun.
Yeah.
It's a D32.
So that,
I'm gonna take it.
Nice.
it's called Vermisian Railgun. It is technology, and it is a D8 piercing. And if you are connected to a power source, it is a D10.
Oh,
Nice.
we'll have to find you a battery.
So it's got its own like onboard battery that makes it function. But if you're able to like plug it into a generator or some other form of like still running Vermisian tech, like a power line or something, and you're able to mount it and do a D10.
Nice.
It is also brutal. That's the other thing, but it's not expensive. So
Ooh. That's an improvement.
Yeah.
all right. Let's see who else. Galvin, this does count as your major task. There is connecting the two landmarks.
Nice.
Okay.
Theo, that's your renowned piece of equipment. Cheryl, you got your 2.
I do.
Then Genevieve, we haven't found the guy that's trying to stop you from claiming knowledge. So that'll be next session. But we did get your connection to Delve, so you got your minor. And we're probably going to call it there because we are past. So pretty much everyone's got at least one of their things checked, I believe.
Even got 2.
Yeah. Jake, you are at 2 out of 3 Vermisian stations because technically the station at the like both ends of the station count.
Oh, okay.
So you just need to visit one more, and then which we'll probably go to next session, because almost anywhere that you travel from this area is a station if you travel along the rail lines.
Gotcha.
Because this is like a haven that's like suspended by rail stations in a void. There's not really any other way to go anywhere unless you like dove off the edge down into the depths.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Probably is not a good idea.
I'll wait till next session to just take the damage and echo.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll think we're gonna call it there. So next time we're gonna pick up. You guys are in group station. There's a few activities you can do here to do certain things, and then there's a few people that are wanting you to do some tasks as well. And yeah, so we'll go from there.
Nice.
Very cool.
Beautiful.
That'll be next Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Outstanding.
goodness,
All
really.
right, Chuck. Yeah. Any announcements?
Yeah. So if you're following Defenders of Cobalt on YouTube, starting this coming Tuesday, every Tuesday and Thursday, we've got a brand new Pathfinder campaign ran by John. It's Age of Ashes. That's every Tuesday and Thursday on our YouTube. It is YouTube exclusive, so if you want to watch, check that. We've got April, we've got myself, we got Steven, we got Maitre. A lot of cool people playing. And we're playing all goblins. So if all else, you need to follow John just for the fucking headache he has to deal with a crew of all goblins trying to play in this serious, like, Age of Ashes Pathfinder published campaign. Great campaign. And we decided just to fucking make John's life hell. So follow just to give John sympathy on that.
Not too much, though.
Fine.
Just stop.
If nothing else, follow to watch Steven break Chuck.
Yeah, he does. It's great because Steven and I are playing brothers, and he is the bard, and I am the sorcerer, and he's got that very high energy, and I've got the very low, like Steven put it, he's got the Tigger energy, and I've got the Eeyore energy. And my whole job is to just keep Pawn alive.
Which has been a struggle so far. I will give you that.
Yeah. So pretty much it's just fucking April and Maitre doing things. As Steven tries to kill his character, I try to keep his character alive as fucking April and Maitre. April's playing Dabara. And Maitre is playing Sula. That's it. April, you're playing a rogue, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
She's playing a barbarian.
Yeah, so watch April and Maitre try and keep the story going while Steven and I fucking just muddle our way through it. But every single Wednesday on Defenders of Cobalt on Twitch, you can catch our Alien campaign, All Fear the Ishtar. John is in that. Dan is in that. John plays the first mate on our pirate ship. The voice of reason,
possibly sane one.
Yeah. And Dan plays our gunner, a space marine that he has a belly button, but nobody believes he's not one of those two-born marines. He kills very well, and he follows directions very well to a fault.
That's pretty much it. That's about all it does.
Maybe he gave himself a belly button.
Maybe. Well, no, actually, in the previous session, because they're all playing Space Pirates and All Fear the Ishtar. That's the chapter we're on. And the lady who kind of runs the space station Tortuga that they visited did in fact pay to have Dan's character have their belly button removed because they didn't believe that Dan wasn't one of those, test tube space marines.
So I complied.
Yeah, he complied. Best point of the campaign is the party set up this very intricate ambush, and it was Dan's job to go distract the party at the end of this tunnel. And so Jeff, who's playing the captain, Jeff from Adventures in Lollygagging, says, "All right, Dan, what's your character's name?"
Taggart.
I knew that. Taggart. He's like, "All right, Taggart, get in there, just make a bunch of noise, say something stupid, get him to pay attention to you." That way, John's character, who's playing Collins, the first mate, and Bert's character, who's playing the cook, Big Mac, go make a bunch of noise, say something stupid so you can distract them. So Dan boots the fucking door open with all the strength and authority that you can master. And what did you say, Dan?
Something stupid.
He yells out something stupid. And luckily the ambush went well, but it was
not right.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, every Wednesday you can catch that. Every Friday here with us, Joe's running hard. He's putting up with so much of our shit. So good job, Joe.
That's great.
And then Saturdays you can catch us over on Grim and Perilous Plays. During the day, Dan and I'm running, Dan's playing a Tales from the Loop campaign called Through the Hedgerows, which is a campaign that April would be familiar with until our Watercolors and Warriors crew dissolved. And then the other Saturdays we're over on Goodman Games Official as Bert runs us through our Weird Frontiers campaign, and Joe, Jake, Dan, and myself are all players in that. That's all we fucking got. So follow us on YouTube so you can catch John deal with a bunch of fucking goblins. Follow us on Twitch so you can watch our Alien Pirates game, and you can watch Joe try and keep us in line here every Friday for some hearts.
Not possible.
Joe's doing a good job. With all the fucking shit, Joe's doing a good job. All right, that's everything.
Throw me for a loop a few times, but it's working out.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything they want to throw out there? No? Okay.
Check our Discord.
Check out our Discord.
We got memes.
We got plenty of memes. We got frogs.
Lots of memes.
Ashley, Sour Vixen, or Mother Kobolds in the Discord is constantly improving things because I ignore it. So follow it. We've got new fucking everything. I don't know. Join our Discord. Go talk to Dan.
I'm lonely.
Because he's lonely. All right. That's all I fucking got. Joe, anything else?
Yep. Nope. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. It was a lot of fun running it.
Yeah.
We'll be back here in a week for this game, but like we said, lots of other stuff going on. And see you then.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.
Have a good night, all.
Bye, everybody.
Right.